It's on. Okay. Hi.
Hey.
Hi, I love Nintendo. Nintendo's my favorite game ever. I love Nintendo. Nintendo is really good. Nintendo is...
Oh my God.
Hi.
Oh my God!
Dude.
Oh, Jesus. Already?
Shit.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, no. Hi.
Piece of shit, man. You can just go f off. Now I like girls who like girls with penises.
I'm gay.
I will
Wow.
f***ing ride you like Seabiscuit.
See you guys around.
Oh my God!
And this is too stressful.
Here they come and the crowd cannot wait. Oh, hail Friday Night Tights. I apologize cause I'm probably late. Oh, hail Friday Night Tights. Radical lights and highly organized. It's Friday Night Tights, Friday Night Tights. Time has come, they are finally here. Oh, hail Friday Night Tights. We're not affiliated, just so we're clear. Oh, hail Friday Night Tights. Sweet Mother Mary, turn on the audio gallery. It's Friday Night Tights, Friday Night Tights, Friday Night Tights, Friday Night Tights, Friday Night Tights.
Oh my goodness. We are live. Hello, everyone. Let's get another clap just for Gary. There we go.
Aw.
Hey, he does it like 12 times for some reason. And
We're here!
hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Tights. In honor of Gary, I rode Hagrid yesterday. I rode him hard, and that was all for Gary. So there you go, Gary. Yes. Welcome to Friday Night Tights. Obviously, Gary is not here. U.S. AIDS is investigating him for too many diversity hires. Way too many, and they're not even qualified. They're all fucking retarded, as we found out today with the planning of this show. But in all reality, obviously, I think most of you know that Gary, dealing with a family situation, a family tragedy, death in the family, not going to be here. But we're going to hold it down for him and make this show as retarded as it is every single week. And all it took was for Gary not to be here for the man himself to return.
Wow.
Return of the King as Heel versus Babyface, back on Friday Night Tights, just like it should be. What's up, brother?
You've been taking a victory lap this week, as
He
getting
better
some
have.
vindication.
Complete bold victory. Total bold victory.
Dude.
Oh, we missed you.
Speak for yourself, Chrissy.
Number one, I'm just saying, first guest of Black History Month.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, and secondly, that intro, that countdown intro that you've memorialized me in now. I think you want me offended. I can't be offended. That actually looks hotter than me naked. So
Oh.
that's just like trying to achieve some goals there. It's like, okay, there you go. There's some goals. But good to be back. Weird, funny week. This week. Pronouns being shut down everywhere, DI being closed down at every given turn. Good, get that shit out of here. And then just because the world's a crazy place, everybody losing their minds over Kingdom Come.
Everybody.
I'm sure we'll get to.
But listen, man, your redemption arc is almost enough to make even Trump himself jealous. Like, holy shit, what a redemption arc you are on right now. It's got to feel pretty good. It's got to feel pretty good.
Well, I mean, the weird thing is, Asmongold did get one thing massively wrong. Okay. From when you're in a certain bubble and a certain perspective, yeah, it might have looked like the whole of the internet was dunking on me because that's all you see.
Yep.
But it wasn't. It wasn't at all. It was actually amazing how like kind of polarizing it was and how much kind of support there was versus how much kind of, Ackman there was. And so, and so to me, like I always thought that rant was gonna age like fine wine, and it did age like fine wine because, for whatever you want to take from it, the whole point was, I'm just a gamer, I'm just a fucking nerd, I'm just a retard, and I can see it in everything. I can see it in my TV, I can see it in my film, I can see it in my video games. I just want to play a fucking space game, yeah. I don't need some fucktard from California that lives on a diet of ramen and antidepressants to shovel something in because it ticks a DEI box or it bends to their ideology. We just I just want to go out into space and do space shit and earn my space experience and my space money. And many people, as you know, Jeremy, because you did that great video afterwards yourself, the run itself it didn't happen at the creation screen. Happened
Right.
7 hours into the bloody game.
Yep.
And you did that video where you're showing all the context where I started taking the piss out the game where this woman said, "I've got something to tell you," and I went, "Oh, you're a dude." When I'm a clone of a man, and I literally was like, I can't even satire anymore. I can't even take the piss because you're beating me to the fucking punch, but you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to do so. So I was never bothered about the whole thing. The whole Ackman arc in itself, he showed who he was when it showed off all of Mauler's DMs and people were just like, wait a minute. You're a knobhead. So I never kind of ever worried or thought, no, should I have not ever done that? No, I should have done that. I was happier to have done that. I'm not bothered about people who don't affect my life. I'm not bothered by some blue-haired fucking pronoun weirdo with 3 followers on fucking Twitter that's cut the penis off and ripped their forearm off and other fucking pieces of their body because I don't know, they got sold a bill of goods, the magic beans.
Adam's back.
Yeah.
The weird part about Asmon's tweet was he says you were eventually proven correct. It's like, no, you've been proven you were correct since the start of time. Then there was a brief few years where people said you were wrong, and now they're agreeing with you again. So
Yeah, you were
it was
just early.
a strange time.
Yeah, I mean, he was always right. He was always right. Go ahead, Chad.
Well, I remember when that came out, and I actually look at it as a bit of a watershed moment because Az was one of the most vocal, and especially with how viral it went, people that was giving voice to what we found out now, most people were getting fed up with. And it was just the outrage mob that was trying to shut everyone down. And what it needed to happen was enough people to say, "You're boring!
You're boring!" Mic check, Disparu. I think you're on your webcam.
I think it was on the
that's
wrong
better.
one. Yeah,
that's better. Yeah, that's better. But so right now we are in Orlando. A lot of us are in Orlando for MegaCon. Tomorrow is our panel at 12 noon Eastern time at MegaCon. We hope to see a lot of you there. And then tomorrow night we have the big meetup. Critical Drinker is going to be in town later tonight. I don't know if I can get him here in time to make a cameo on Friday Night Tights. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, he won't be able to make it.
Yeah, I didn't. It's close. What did he get delayed or anything, or do we know about that?
No. His flight lands and wouldn't have been able to get to the hotel. I tried to get him on earlier.
Okay. So anyway, that's happening tomorrow. Saturday's a really, really busy day. Cannot wait to see all of you out there. So that's why so many of us are on the road. Gary was supposed to be here, but obviously because of the situation he's dealing with, not able to make it. But with that said, we're gonna have a normal show full of retardation. And what are we talking about, Ryan?
Well, we're talking about ad reads because that's the thing you forgot, Jeremy. We do have a couple ad reads to do. And one, we know we're over on Rumble. There will be no Rumble Premium or extra Rumble Hour today just because of the situation, everything that's going on. But we appreciate the Rumble audience. And we do have this for Rumble Premium. Free speech is under attack, but Rumble refuses to back down. We've always believed in empowering voices, no matter how unpopular, like Az. And now we're taking that fight to the next level. When major advertisers conspired to pull their dollars, even brands like Dunkin' Donuts turned their backs, claiming Rumble had a right-wing culture. But we're not here to fit a mold. We're here to defend free expression. To strengthen this mission, we're excited to offer Rumble Premium, a completely ad-free experience with exclusive benefits for viewers and creators. It's more than a subscription. It's a stand for free speech. Your voice matters. Join Rumble Premium for a limited time. You can get $10 off an annual plan using promo code Nerdrotic. Visit rumble.com/premium/Nerdrotic and claim your discount today. Together, we can turn the tide. Whether you join Rumble Premium or simply keep watching, your support helps keep free speech alive.
There we go. Thank you, Ryan.
There you go. That's one of them.
Wow.
So shout out to our Rumble people. And speaking of Rumble, we've got another ad from Rumble, but this is about a product this time. And this is from 1775. Now, that is not another Yellowstone prequel. That is actually the brand of coffee. 1775.
All right, that was good.
Right here. 1775 coffee. Misinformation has become a term synonymous. No wonder Gary has problems reading these.
Oh my God. Can I have fucking coffee, please?
Right here. 1775, right? Coffee. Misinformation has become a term synonymous with using a false narrative to cover the actual truth. So today, let's clear some things up about misinformation about Rumble's very own coffee. Coffee's a part of everyday life, except for you UK tea weirdos.
Oh, fuck
We all
you.
want to boost from our brew, not the bust. But many people unknowingly suffer the side effects of low-quality coffee: anxiety, insomnia, jitters, acidic stomach aches, headaches, and even heart palpitations. Here's the truth. Real coffee doesn't have these side effects. That's why I drink 1775 coffee. It's what coffee should taste like and how it should make you feel. 1775 coffee is a single form, high altitude, hand-picked and roasted weekly.
Tasty
No old
altitude.
beans, no mixed origins, no mold, fillers, or dangerous chemicals. It's coffee that helps you sleep better, feel better, and gives you the energy and focus coffee was meant to deliver. Try it for yourself. And if you don't like the first cup, it's on us. Send it back for a full refund, no questions asked. Go to 1775coffee.com and use code, which is left blank, but I assume it's fucking Nerdrotic, for 15% off. Every purchase enters you for a chance to win a Tesla and 30 grand in cash. Go to 1775coffee.com today.
Ooh,
The code is probably Nerdrotic, not fucking Nerdrotic. Just so
Hold on a second. 1775. Isn't that the year before 1776?
That's the year I was born in.
I want to warn all of our new viewers that if you thought that was a coherent ad read, don't get used to it on this show. All right, don't get used to it. This is a one-off. Next week, Gary will be back to butcher every ad read, and it will be tough to get through. But anyway, great job, Ryan. You should do this YouTube thing full time. You're pretty good at it.
I hate it when I order a cup of coffee and they say, "Hey, do you want a bit of misinformation with that?" I'm like, the misinformation, please.
How low the bar is. I read off a fucking page.
Who's retarded now?
Yeah. Hey, listen. The group chat was sitting there like Order Black comes in there. He says, "Here, link's dropping in a few minutes. This is 2 hours."
It was worse for me. I'm in a different time zone. I thought that was the correct time. I'm like, oh crap, Ethan's got it wrong.
Garrett.
So am I.
And then they set the stream up 2 hours early, and we're like, "This is gonna be a great show today."
Yay.
Garrett texts me and he's like, it's 10 minutes till showtime, and I was in bed. So I'm like, oh my God, I've slept in.
Look, I'm streaming from under a bridge.
Yeah, that is, again, that's going to be one of the recommendations we have for Gary when he does come back from everything that the family's dealing with right now is maybe hire some producers to help run the show. Maybe.
Diversity hires.
Maybe get a producer that knows how to order or to get an Airbnb that actually exists. Look at the reviews.
What happened with that?
I trust people. I showed up, it didn't exist.
I've rented a lot of Airbnbs, and when I saw this tweet from Garrett saying, "Yeah, I got scammed on my Airbnb," I'm thinking, how the fuck does that happen? And so I'm talking to him yesterday. He goes, "Yeah, I didn't look at the reviews. I didn't really check the host." And I'm like, "How do you? Did you buy a Hawk Tua coin too?"
Exactly.
Diamond hand.
Good Lord,
She's returning any day now.
Are you gonna get your money back? Did you have to put down a deposit?
Oh, I paid in full.
Oh no!
I got it back.
Okay.
There has to be a way from Airbnb if you show up and it's not there that you put in a claim and you get it back.
Yeah,
yeah. But what are we talking about today,
Hey,
Ryan?
Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy, have you missed me interrupting you?
No, 100%. No. You like that pause right there? I did say today, I'm like, wait, if Az is here, I don't really have to do anything. All right. I mean, like the Dark Knight Rises, the autopilot actually will work.
I'll take that the way I want to take it, sir.
I think we got to get into Fantastic Four because obviously that's a big trailer that launched. It's going to be a crowded month of July at the box office between Jurassic World Rebirth Part 2, The Final Reckoning, whatever the fuck this next one is called. Superman and Fantastic Four all in theaters. Ooh. But the Fantastic Four trailer dropped, and obviously people are going to have their thoughts. We know it's kind of a period piece and an alternate Earth where it's kind of future retro whatever. And I don't know. I haven't really heard too many people on this panel their thoughts about this trailer and their takes on the different characters. But we might as well.
I felt like it was I think it was very generic and safe. There's nothing offensively bad about it. But it just doesn't stand out to me as something that's going to turn the needle. But it is the Fantastic Four. And as long as that's not presented in an overly disrespectful way, it's probably going to do fairly well. But it felt very generic and safe to me.
Yeah, the thing that stood out to me most is Pedro Pascal sucks as Reed Richards.
I mean, that's true.
The thing that stood out to me about it was there's not much of him in it. Now he does the voiceover for the first part, and Sue does the voiceover for the last part. But we see the little intro of him, introducing the building. And then we see another scene with him on the chalkboard, but we don't see him as Mr. Fantastic. We don't really see a lot of that at all. He's the only guy with powers we didn't see. Probably because they're still working on the fucking VFX.
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely correct with that, by the way. I think that's why. I think his VFX not finished.
That's the Marvel way.
Let's watch it.
Let's watch.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it. Let's go.
Welcome to the Baxter Building. We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
I bet they'll get a bank loan.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming? Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
So this has obviously been a topic right here, of discussion. Go ahead, Ryan.
I think I see a lot of people complain about the design itself.
I think
the design looks good. And I think it looks very much like the comics. I do think while he's talking, there's a little bit something weird with the lips, and maybe that is VFX not finished or whatever. I think the design overall actually looks solid for it.
He could use a little lotion.
The design is solid. It doesn't look real. It doesn't look like he's sitting in the scene, in a natural way. You can really tell it's just all VFX. But I think the design is fine. What about his voice?
His voice is
not gravelly enough.
Yeah.
The voice is the main issue with the design. I don't really have a problem. The voice doesn't feel like it's genuine at all. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel like it's part of him at all. It feels like someone is voicing him, which obviously that's happening, but you want to believe that it's coming from him, and you just don't feel that in this trailer.
Chad says he has a Homer
slows
Simpson mouth.
down.
I agree.
But use whatever effects to turn his voice to make it sound more sort of thing like. But no, it just sound. I can't really tell the difference between when we hear him later and the thing.
Did Odin get in a fucking car accident? Just a black screen.
No,
no.
he's supporting Black Lives Matter. This is this is part of the new direction for Friday Night Tights. So
He just crashed and he's in a ditch upside down.
One of these days
Yeah,
we are going to regret these
I know.
jokes. One of these days it's gonna backfire.
And then 6 months later, somebody's gonna have this stream on Twitter be like, "Do you guys remember when this happened?" They'll have a steak ad on it with a community note because someone put a steak ad when Odin fucking got in a car crash live on air. Yeah.
I was gonna say, what
I'm
in
alive,
driving?
Don't worry.
There we go.
It's giving me PTSD. I was worried. I just feel like we're gonna watch him crash.
I'm alive. I'm just waiting for this to come to cut me out.
Just waiting for the jaws of life.
Well, I just like to point out that Odin's already added more to this show than he has in the last year. So thanks, Odin.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But also, hey, it's content. It'll be content if it happens.
Definitely get clipped.
Let's
keep spinning.
Let's continue on.
I have another
Go ahead.
comment, just what we saw, right? Reed Richards. I don't remember him having facial hair in his look, but Pedro has got the little,
They've had beards on him before. He's had beards.
I remember beards, but I'm talking about like little facial hair stuff.
Yeah,
like
I don't
what
think he's
Pedro
had the Pedro Pascal. I can't be asked to shave tash.
Yeah, his contract. It's like Henry Cavill with the mustache.
But he desperately needs it for the Mando movie,
It makes me feel like they've just given up making him look like Reed, Mr. Fantastic. It's just like, oh no, it's Pedro. This is
I don't think they're casting somebody to be the character. They're casting Pedro Pascal specifically.
That's what it feels like
it matters more that he looks like him than he looks like the character.
Well, that's something we discussed when we were talking about this on Daily. Was I just don't get this Pedro Pascal deal. Like he doesn't draw audiences. He's not a negative. He's not a box office poison or anything like that. But he's just not. I don't know why he's this it guy. It makes no sense to me. Like, what movie has he been in where it felt like he carried the movie?
I don't know. So here's the thing. I don't know if he actually is the it guy and in like every fucking thing like we seem to think. It felt like there were a couple things one after another, but again, two of these are fucking streaming shows. One of them, he never fucking shows his face. Like, right? And I like, if you did watch the Last of Us series, I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched little clips because I wasn't gonna fucking watch it after Naughty Dog and all the bullshit. But the clips I've seen of him, I actually think he gives a pretty good performance as Joel from the little bit I've seen. And that's the feedback I've gotten on it. Whether you like the show or not, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But
I stopped after the gay show. The gay episode.
He had a small role in Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah.
And then Gladiator. And, I don't know. I just don't feel like he's in as many things as it feels like we always say that he's in.
He's like if Pepe Le Pew was a human. He's like swarthy.
It just seems like he's in so much, and I don't know why there's that mentality. Because like when Ryan breaks it down like that, I guess he's not in as much as maybe it seems like he's in. But every time you turn around, he's either rumored for something or he's in something. It's what
it's because he's ethnically ambiguous.
Movie. Like this is the third big movie that he's been in like 4 or 5 years. So it's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every publication. That's why. It's Variety, it's Vanity Fair, it's everything. He's all over those magazines, and because they are the mainstream pushers of mainstreamdom, that's why he's always seen or perceived to be in absolutely everything that happens. They push the big shows that he's in. They push The Last of Us. They've been pushing this. Look, he's got his little Reed Richards white, but he couldn't even be bothered to shave himself off. And he's got shitloads of stuff out. He was in Wild Robot, which was known. You know, Gladiator 2, Drive Away Dolls, Penis Collector in that. I'm not even fucking joking.
He was born for that role.
Yeah,
the only thing I remember liking him in was that Triple Frontier. Is that what it was?
Triple Frontier on Netflix.
Yeah.
That was 2019 or something that came out.
Yeah, that was fine. But anyway, let's continue on.
I was going to say, I think a huge part of it is that the Gen Z calls him like Zaddy all the time. And
that's why.
Maybe. I don't know.
You just made it worse. You just made it worse.
I'm so sorry.
It could also be maybe they like working with him too.
No, it's because they call him Zaddy.
There's another aspect of this, which is Pedro Pascal is technically a diverse captain.
That's what I was going to say.
But he looks white still.
That's what I was going to say. He's the most safe choice from that perspective, from an identity perspective.
He's white
very
passing,
safe,
as they would say.
Yeah,
White
yeah.
passing.
So,
Bro, where's my rolls? What the fuck?
You can check. you can check this box off, yet still have a Fantastic Four that maybe if you had him shave or whatever, it doesn't quite look like we think Reed Richards looks, but still on paper, look, guys, we gave you an accurate representation of the Fantastic Four when you've been asking us not race swap characters, yet we still got a diverse one in there. I don't. That's just throwing it out. Maybe that's one of the reasons. But
have a shave then. Just have a shave, Pedro.
It's a Fantastic Quattro.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming? Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the voice
Is
don't
this
work.
guy good or what?
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to.
Why is this even in the fucking film?
It goes on forever.
Because he's Italian.
I don't know why it's in the trailer. I get why it's in the film, but yeah, to devote 40 seconds of the trailer to it was a little questionable to me.
Well, the issue, Marvel Rivals just released the Fantastic Four over there, and it's way better. Like, their intro to the Fantastic Four in the game is just a far more dynamic, interesting, exciting introduction to the characters than this. And if this is meant to build hype, I don't think it manages it.
No.
Add a little bit of zip, okay?
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here. Yeah. Best looking, he means.
Now you're fucking ugly.
Is it just me, or does Johnny Storm look like somebody cosplaying Freddie Prinze Jr.?
From Scooby-Doo?
From Scooby-Doo,
yeah. Absolutely, 100%. Like, that's exactly what he looks like. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean,
I actually love Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. Like, I thought I like the way he played the character.
I agree.
Really good.
I agree. I'm not a big fan of Chris Evans.
Well, Flamer is a natural role for him. So.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, I thought he was actually a pretty decent human Torch. But like, yeah, this who is this actor? Who is this?
That's Joseph Quinn, who is Stranger Things.
Oh,
yeah.
Eddie.
Yes, he was Eddie.
Eddie, that's right. Obviously, a little bit different look. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the Freddie Prinze thing, 100%. Scooby-Doo cosplay. I get it. So, all right, continue.
Ben has always been a rock.
Johnny is good, by the way, on Johnny Storm. I think they look good.
They look good. They did the whole thing with like. Sorry, they did the whole thing where the flame is like interacting with the camera almost. You know what I mean? It's like throwing up dirt and shit, where it feels like the camera's actually on him when you're going back there.
Yeah.
Quinn's at MegaCon? Ooh.
A lot of people at MegaCon.
Man.
How many times do you get called a Nazi in an hour?
How many what?
How many times can you get called a Nazi in an hour?
On Twitter or in real life?
How many times do you get called a Nazi at MegaCon in an hour?
We'll see. I will let you know tomorrow because I will be there. Looking forward to it.
Here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
like this.
As a family.
That's the coolest shot in the trailer.
Okay. Last shot in their classic costumes. I reckon that looked cool.
Overall, like I said, there's nothing bad about this trailer. To me, it doesn't hit any next level stuff. It feels very safe, and I think that normies will eat it up. I not like to a crazy level, but I'm just saying I think it's very normie friendly. I guess that's my point.
It's going to be interesting because the Fantastic Four is not some crazy wild, like it's super respected, but in terms of are we going to see it go bonkers at the fucking box office? I think that's going to be difficult. I think it works in its favor that they're able to do it essentially as a period piece, right? I think that plays into these kind of very goofy comic booky elements of Fantastic Four and like what they are. I think that plays well for it. I don't think it works to try to make them modernized. I like that they're doing it future retro, but still so it has the feel of a period piece so that when you see people in outfits like this, it doesn't feel strange because it feels like you're in a different version of what the 60s could have been, you know?
They're going to play the fish out of water as well, like they did with Captain America. So once they bring
in the first Avenger.
I sort of get a little bit of a WandaVision-y vibe, but the music, I mean, if you'd taken the music and you just put that over the Loki trailer, it would just sound like the Loki trailer. You take that music and you put it over Ant-Man and Quantumania, it just sounds like Comic Man Quantumania. The music was just so generically Marvel that I was hoping for something that would also sort of resonate. But there is just aesthetically, I like the aesthetic, but it just reminds me of WandaVision, and music-wise just sounds generic Marvel, which kind of makes me a little bit concerned that the film itself might just be, you know, I don't think it's going to be offensive. I don't think anyone's going to leave, go, God, but I think I just got a feeling that it's going to be it's like fast food.
Like inoffensive.
You know, like, and then it's gone.
Yeah, I have no confidence that this could be good because it's coming from Marvel, but I'm willing to give it every, benefit of the doubt, and we'll find out if it's. Of course, I want it to be good. I just don't expect it to be good because Marvel's track record.
Let me ask everybody something. So take Pedro Pascal out of it, and put John Krasinski. Does that change the perspective you have of this trailer?
Slightly.
It does for me.
I don't know if it changes too much about this trailer because, again, we didn't see too much of Reed Richards' period in it. So
he didn't stretch once.
Like, yeah, it might change overall my thoughts about it. But
I think it changes. I think it changes the whole feel and vibe of everything you're looking for in this.
If they give him some lines, maybe.
Yeah, it's a small piece to the puzzle, but it's actually it changes the feel and the vibe. I think. But that's just a question I wanted to throw out there to see. I mean, right now the trailer, it's the trailer because we always talk about when a trailer is getting ratioed and all of that. So you want to get the full perspective. This trailer on the Marvel Entertainment YouTube channel has 809,000 upvotes to 50,000 downvotes. So it's a very well received trailer, very very well received trailer from that perspective. It hasn't driven a lot of negativity at all.
It's really fucking important. All the other shit they have coming out this year, Black Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier, whatever the fuck they're coming out with soon, Thunderbolts, Daredevil, like this is the thing that matters more than any of these other things that is coming out because this is the thing that is leading to the future of the MCU. This is the thing that in all likelihood is going to tease some sort of introduction to Doctor Doom at some point in this movie and a big event that's going to lead to the events that we see the next two Avengers movies. This is the movie that fucking matters. So it needs to be big. It needs to be well received. Who knows what they fucking spent on it. But if this comes out and makes $600 million, it's going to be like disastrous for them. I don't know if a Fantastic Four has to be $1 billion in this current state of affairs, but it has to be like 800-900 million, and it has to be well received by people to generate some sort of excitement about what's coming forward.
I got a question.
I like the outfits.
It comes out 2 weeks after Superman. What do you guys think versus which one's going to win?
Well, so you have three, right? You have three superhero movies coming out, like with
it's Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Superman and Jurassic Park. Then
I think that of the three, we talked about this, Ryan. Of the three, I mean, it's hard because like Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, those movies have done very well, even though they've been fucking horrible. But there's no Chris Pratt now. And you've basically got Scarlett Johansson as the new Chris Pratt in the Jurassic World reboot or rebirth or whatever. I think if you're looking at Superman, Fantastic Four, Jurassic World, gun to my head, I'm going to say Fantastic Four probably does the best of the three.
Really?
Without me knowing the quality of any of them.
I would say Jurassic World.
I feel like Jurassic
Park
World is heading. I feel like Jurassic. Go ahead, Odin. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, because internationally, that's a huge IP. I don't think it was Pratt that drove the box office. It was the international audience, because domestic, it was okay. International, though, they were gobbling it up. It was insane.
Yeah, well, there aren't that many movies. If you want to, like, your fix of dinosaurs, that's not a niche that comes around very often. And Jurassic Park is the gold standard for kind of dinosaur movies that really exist. So I think essentially that's what carries it through rather than any specific actor. But the issue with me for this trailer is what Marvel's been missing is heroism in any of their things. They always do the dark or the mixed or the he's just misunderstood, and they don't really seem to understand the values
you said
of heroism.
Dark and mixed. I just thought you were about the cast.
That is America.
In this, the message was essentially family, which isn't a bad message, but it seems like it might go down the CW route of I can't do it, and then someone over the mic goes, "No, you can. I believe in you." And like they start doing it. I'm like,
but it is Fantastic Four, though. Like that very much is like the theme of the Fantastic Four as a whole is family like that. So I think that's a positive to take from it.
Well, if we're go ahead, Shad. Go ahead.
I'm just thinking like it shouldn't be too hard for the film to be really enjoyable, but Marvel is so retarded they often miss it. Like what we want to see is there's going to be some conflict between the family. That's one of the staples of Fantastic Four. You'd expect to have that, but we want to see their powers cut loose. I want to see like the Thing. He is one of the most strongest, powerful characters in the MCU in terms of raw strength, right? I would love to see him just absolutely depicted to the level of power that he has. I want to see the Fantastic Four use their powers in a synchronized kind of, complementary way where they're helping each other out and fighting something really massive. All right. If they pull that off, I think people could potentially really enjoy it. But we're talking about Marvel here.
Are they like the Incredibles? Is that a bad question?
No.
In terms of using their powers together, Incredibles was kind of taking a little.
The Incredibles is the best Fantastic Four movie there's ever been.
And if you've heard that before, the Incredibles is always referenced as the best Fantastic Four movie. So that's probably why you thought about asking it, is in your subconscious. Go ahead though, Az.
Sorry, it's Odin who said it. He's absolutely right about Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park does like twice as much internationally than it does domestic.
Yep.
It's kind of same as the Transformers movies. They do shit domestically in the US and they do amazing in China and abroad. And that's what made that franchise just go on and on. If I was a betting man, I would put the film that does the best as Jurassic Park out of all three of them. That's what and I'm not trying to be silly beggars there. I legitimately think so, because internationally, that is going to get so well supported. And internationally, your Marvel films, your DC films, they don't do great numbers. They kind of hold.
They haven't been lately.
Yeah, a domestic audience. I mean, they can do. We've seen that they can do, because we've seen the films that it's done it with, especially with Deadpool, Wolverine being a recent one of those. But I think. Is it Superman, then Jurassic Park, then Fantastic Four?
It's Jurassic World Rebirth, around 4th of July weekend. Yeah. And then like a week and a half later, it's Superman. And then 2 weeks after, it's Fantastic Four.
That's tough.
Jurassic Park could absolutely kill Superman if it's a mid-film. If it's mid-film, then Jurassic it'll just go right over it till the Fantastic Four release. And then depending on what that's like, if this is a mid-film as well, that Jurassic World would just fucking steamroll over both of them.
Well, Chrissy, you had something. Go ahead.
Does Jurassic Park do well in China because none of the dinosaurs are black?
Maybe they don't have to cover their faces, but Mahershala Ali is going to be in the movie. So.
Okay, so here's my argument on Jurassic World.
But, by the way, Mahershala Ali got cast for a fucking Blade movie, walked up on fucking stage at Comic-Con in 2019 to be the big announcement that he's Blade, and it took him so goddamn long to make the movie. He took another job in Jurassic World. They filmed the movie, they edited the movie, and the movie's coming out in theaters before they have the fucking script finished for Blade.
No. I think Wesley Snipes went to prison, got out of prison, came back as Blade before they even got the fucking script done. Okay, I'm pretty sure that happened. Okay?
That's what I mean about Marvel being retarded. Like sometimes it shouldn't be hard to do a Fantastic Four movie well or a Blade. They couldn't even figure out Blade, a vampire kicking ass and killing vampires, a vampire hunter kicking ass and killing vampires.
No, we know
they couldn't even figure that out.
No, they could. All jokes aside, they could figure that out. What they couldn't figure out is how the fuck do we make it intersectional?
Exactly.
Vampires all fucking day long. It's easy as fucking piss. What they couldn't is like, how many women can we get in, and how can we make them the fucking best, and how can we fucking put Blade as the afterthought, but ride off his fucking coattails with the title? That's what they couldn't get together, and that's why.
Weren't they trying to do that? Wasn't that something like that was an issue where they kept shoehorning women into the forefront?
He's gonna have his daughter.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
His fucking wife, I don't know, his fucking mum cooking, I don't know, fucking know. There was 3 of them, and it was meant to be 3 of them, and then Blade, and the whole premise was Blade's daughter was going to become the fucking vamp. Stop it! Just stop
and this is the problem with this identity politics bullshit. I think Mahershala Ali is a damn good actor. He's a damn good actor.
Yep.
And you could have essentially created this new kind of star to the normies, you know, people that don't watch a lot of the stuff he's been in or whatever. If he becomes Blade, you have a good Blade movie. You've created a new potential star that transcends. No, because you keep fucking it up because you're too worried about your activism and all that other bullshit.
It shows how it's never enough, because if it was a white character, they'd want to race swap him and that would have been enough. Right. But because it's a black character, they're like, well, we still have to push it further and further every single time, no matter how far they get.
Yep. So my point on Jurassic World is I think that it's heading towards the Michael Bay Transformers direction, and I feel like it's about to fall off a cliff. If you look at Jurassic World, it did, I can't remember, $1.8 billion or some shit like that. Then the second one,
something big,
the second one did like 1.4. And then the most recent one, which the second one was fucking horrific. That's the last one I watched. And then the most recent one did
worse.
The third one barely creeped over $1 billion, but from what everybody says, the third one was by far the worst.
I thought
so bad.
Yeah,
I was so surprised it hit $1 billion. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, so it feels like you've got diminishing returns, and it feels like this one could be the one where it falls off the cliff. I might be wrong about that, but I'm still willing to say that right now, based on what we know, which is we don't know the quality of each film, I'm still thinking that Fantastic Four has the best shot at having the most at the box office. The only thing that worries me is you said it's the third of the 3 to release, right, Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah, so that, you know, because I don't know what's going to happen with Superman. I'm personally looking forward to Superman more than any of those 3, but I feel Superman is just such a huge hurdle for anybody to deal with. And like I said, if James Gunn would just put an American flag in his hands and represent that as part of like this patriotic Superman movie and get that whole Top Gun Maverick vibe, $1 billion films. But James Gunn's not going to do that because he's a fucking weirdo and a retard. Back to the Jurassic Park. We want to watch this one?
Yeah, we can watch it.
The Fantastic Four have done a really good job of hiding the budget of that film.
Yeah,
we don't even, because we don't know, do we?
Like, my guess is it's going to come out and they're going to tell us it's 200 million. It doesn't seem like there's been nearly as much. Well, one of the reasons for that is because it doesn't seem like there's been a ton of controversy and reshoots and things like that behind the scenes. They were like, we need to do this. It needs to be big, needs to be a priority. And it feels like it's gone smoother than almost any production they've had. It's the only thing of all of this other shit that hasn't been delayed or reshot or all of these things. They went full speed ahead with that, and it didn't seem like there's been any real roadblocks.
Yeah. So
when it comes to Jurassic World, the other thing we have to think about is Bryce Dallas Howard in the Jurassic World movies, right? As Bryce Dallas Howard's waistline got bigger, the fucking box office returns got smaller, right? So, Johansson, you stay in shape, you stay fit, get your tits out every once in a while. Maybe Jurassic World Rebirth.
You're a baby, Ryan.
Oh, is that what happened?
Baby, come on, man.
Ryan doesn't care. Ryan.
You know, I had one. She didn't eat one. Like, that's fine. Listen, that's perfectly understandable for a period. If that was like the difference between the first one and the second one, okay, I got you, Bryce. Then she came back for that third one, bro. I mean, come on. You can tell the different stuff she was wearing. Like the second one, she put on a little weight, but she looked good still, I thought. The third one, it's like, okay, let's put her in that loose-fitting flannel over and over and over again.
So yesterday, speaking of Jurassic Park, we were at Universal Studios yesterday, and something crazy happened. We were walking towards the Velociraptor roller coaster, and we heard Jurassic Park music. Crazy idea, Disney, to actually, play maybe the Star Wars music in your Star Wars land, you fucking retards. Anyway, that's a random rant that I wanted to go on.
And then literally John Williams copyright claimed us just for listening to it.
Yeah, John Williams did. Yeah, I got a YouTube copyright claim. It's just like we know you haven't. We know you don't have an unlisted video yet, but we know that you're listening to it. So you're copyright claimed. Anyway, this is the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer. Starring Scarlett Johansson. I guess we're gonna check this one out. I've already watched this trailer, and this trailer does absolutely nothing for me at all. Has everyone seen this? Has anyone not seen this trailer?
I haven't seen it yet because all the recent Jurassic Park movies have sucked, and I don't care about it. So.
This is true.
When they rebooted it, and the one that people say they liked, I thought it was shit. So I would think I didn't even go past the first one.
Well, am I the only person on the panel that likes Jurassic Park 3? Because I really like Jurassic Park.
I like it.
I love Jurassic Park 3.
The movie's great. People
I love it. I love it.
That's fine.
I don't like 2.
I like 2.
I don't like 2. Yeah. I don't like 2.
Sucks.
Yeah, I like Jurassic Park 1. Obviously, that's a classic standard. But Jurassic Park 3, I love that movie. And I know it's a kind of divisive topic there. Jurassic World, I thought had a ton of potential. I just didn't like it at all. And I then regrettably, you know why I went to see Jurassic World 2 is because what's the guy's name that he was going to do the Star Wars Episode 9? Trevorrow.
Trevorrow.
Yeah.
And he did the third one.
Yeah, so he was all like, well, he wrote, though, if I'm not mistaken, I think he wrote the second Jurassic World movie, I think.
Fallen Kingdom or whatever?
Yeah, I think. And so I went to see that movie just for him because he had this whole, pro-fandom narrative. And as soon as I walked out, I was like, I fucking regret the shit out of that. I wish I would have never
There's a
seen
bunch
it.
of retards who saw Colin Trevorrow's plan for Rise of the 9th movie, which also sounded like complete and total dog shit. They're like, this would have been so much better.
Why didn't they put Chris Pratt in this? Did they have a falling out?
He did 3, and I think he's kind of over it.
Yeah, I think so. He probably just didn't want to come back. I think he probably was thinking, hey, let me jump off this ship before it sinks completely. So roll the tape.
Dr. Henry Loomis, this is Zora Bennett.
This is the biggest member berry we could possibly imagine.
This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives.
Can you stop it for a sec? Sorry. Is this a parody movie?
Yeah, I know. It does feel like you're not wrong.
That's what every other Jurassic Park associated movie has been, basically. Yeah, to some extent, and they just keep fucking making money, man. Now, there is some interesting things with this
not
one.
Another Jurassic Park movie. That's what it should be called.
There is some interesting things with this one for people that are actually fans of the book. Because they're bringing in elements from the book, like the water raft scene and the underwater scenes and stuff like that from the book that people are talking about. So I don't know how much of that they're going to work into this, but effectively, they're going to the island where when they initially were trying to open Jurassic Park, This is where they did a lot of the experiments and some of the things they thought were too dangerous to bring into the original park. That's what this is. That's what like the basis for all these member
Transing the dinosaur.
Kanye West, one of them.
They should start naming the Jurassic Park movies like they do the Fast and the Furious movies, like Too Fast, Too Toothy.
I would go see it if Vin Diesel showed up as Dominic Toretto and he fights dinosaurs in space.
In his car.
I'm there.
Crossover.
I'm there. We talked about this though. It's like, and I need Optimus Prime narrating it. So he's narrating Dominic Toretto versus dinosaurs with Optimus Prime narration. I'm there. Sign me up.
All dinosaurs are one.
I want everyone to think about something. Fear the Beardo mentioned this when we were reacting to this first time. Think of Force Awakens casting when you're watching this. Think of Rey. Think of Poe. Think of Finn. Think of that as you see how this is broken down with the female lead, and just that's what this is. Jurassic Park Awakens is what this is. Go ahead.
It's dinosaurs on the planet. Oh my God. Fortunately for us, all these species exist in one isolated place.
I'm never going to get fucking sick and tired enough of that sort of scene where they're just like, look at that, and they turn, and there's a fucking 75,000-foot dinosaur next to them. You have eyes.
How are they just seeing it now? They're right
It worked in that first Jurassic Park. That was an amazing scene when that happened the first time. After about 300 times, it's like, okay, can we please get over this? Please. All right.
Fortunately for us, all these species exist in one isolated place.
I just like in the trailer, they're like, oh, that was lucky. Coincidentally, there's another island with all of these dinosaurs.
You guys are pretending like this isn't the fucking plot to every fucking.
Well, exactly. Well, they've literally just gone. Somehow there was another island.
We're gonna mutate the dinosaurs.
This is literally what they do every time.
I'm confused. I thought the last movie was like dinosaurs are now in the world everywhere. Is that
is true? That is true. And it's always like something happens and people are like, well, we need to restore the dream. Let's go there. Sometimes they get permission to go to an island that no one had been. Sometimes they don't have permission to go to that island. They go there. They need to get rescued. Some other random corporation wants to use it for fucking money. They steal the dinosaurs. And in the last one, finally, well, listen. That happened in 2. Dinosaurs got fucking loose in goddamn San Diego.
Yeah.
Like, Jurassic Park 2 that happened. And so then that also happened in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Except just in the world.
Good
Lord. They're still there in the world, I'm assuming? They're still in the world, or did they solve that?
No, they're on the moon.
I don't fucking remember what happened.
This is Rebirth.
They were gonna fucking release like some fucking plague of biologically enhanced locusts to do something to the fuck. I don't even remember what the hell happened in the third Jurassic World movie. And they got the whole gang back together.
It was an environmentalist message. That's all I remember about the movie.
Yeah. Somehow global warming returned.
I mean, more or less. More or less?
He's your guy.
We're the best.
There's
At
Finn.
moving things and people in and out of places they shouldn't be.
We look towards Barbados, avoid government patrol, but there aren't that many anymore.
Why's that?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
Oh my God, this
Parody movie!
So fucking bad.
ScarJo looks great. I really like how they preserved her face in amber. It looks perfect.
I know that like Az is supposed to be ruining this movie, but he's actually saving it because now that I'm watching it as a parody movie, I'm totally in. I'm all in. This is like Sharknado.
So like a month and a half ago, I sat down and I watched Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 2, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World, and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Oh.
They didn't have Dominion available, so I didn't do that. I watched all 5 of those in like a 36-hour period. This is just another fucking Jurassic Park movie.
That should have been the title.
This is what they are.
Can we not make this? Can we just make Dino Crisis, please?
I brought that up when I was like, why can't we get another Dino Crisis? I mean, it in its simplest form, everybody loves the dinosaur movies. If you make them cool, you make them look awesome. You make it terrifying. You make it action based. You put some cool characters in there. Again, just like we talk with Marvel, with DC, with Star Wars, this is not a complicated fucking template. You complicate it with your dumb shit. I mean, but this is not a complicated. It's not. But here we are. It's Hollywood. What do you expect?
It's because they think the dinosaurs aren't enough. That's why they keep trying to escalate it. So now we've got to have locusts, which are way less important than dinosaurs on any kind of scale. But they think it adds to it because, well, we've got to do something fresh rather than just giving people what they want, which is eaten by
This
dinosaurs.
dinosaur has a big ball on its head. Ooh.
We can shit on it. We can shit on it as much as we want, right? And we'll see what this movie does at the box office. But fuck, man, it's like, why would Disney not make Frozen 3 and 4 and 5 if they just churn out the same fucking thing and people show up?
That's right.
You
I mean,
know?
Moana 2 just made $1 billion.
Whoa.
Of course, you know.
But this is so. I mean, come on. This is so low effort in terms of what they're trying to do with the movie. Is the next film they're going to say these are the dinosaurs, and it's just going to be like a bunch of crocodiles?
Or turtle.
You know, that's going to be it. Yeah, a turtle and a shark.
What's going to happen in this one is that they are going to go there to try to find and collect all the data from these, and there's going to be one fucking dude in this group that is selling secrets to somebody else who is working for somebody else, and they actually have like these things, and people are going like, well, we were going to do this, which that's pretty risky and dangerous, but that is unethical and immoral, right?
It's him. He's the traitor. It's that guy.
He shuts down the electric fences.
Killed by a dinosaur. You know, he's been killed by a dinosaur.
Like that's what's going to happen. We've been watching these movies for decades.
I am very well groomed and suave. I'm clearly the bad guy in all of this. Now, come on now.
And then they're going to get to the movie, the island, and then they're going to be killed off one at a time, and then there's going to be a main dinosaur that'll be hunting them, and they have to stay the movie.
For the original Jurassic Park,
we need DNA from the 3 biggest dinosaurs.
Coincidentally.
From their penises.
I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're a flying carnivore the size of an F-16. Maybe we should make it quick.
Come with me if you want to live.
Oh,
man.
This is so generic already. It's.
These dinosaurs are too dangerous for the original park.
I thought they were so tame that they'd leave them on the island so they could do some embroidery or something.
I'm wondering if you guys are going to be more on my side of this one. A lot of you have seen the trailer now. This is going to be a bad fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad. Now, again, that hasn't hurt the previous Jurassic Park movies, but what I'm saying is if you look at the trend of the box office, it's dropping pretty hard. I mean, it went from like 1.5 to all the way down to barely crossing $1 billion. That's a $500 million drop. This is not going to make $1 billion. Now, is it going to make 900? Is it going to make 800? It's not going to hit $1 billion based on the trends of the previous films. So, and this looks horrific to me. Go ahead.
Worse. We're left here.
Come on! I mean, the only thing they're changing up in the formula is that these are bigger and nastier dinosaurs than new dinosaurs.
We're up to the viciousest.
Look at them.
Fucking island possible.
Oh my God! It looks like
It's a mutated dinosaur.
You know what the plot of Jurassic World was, right? Jurassic Park, they tried it. We're going to make the world, but it's going to be bigger. There's going to be more. We're going to create bigger and scarier dinosaurs by combining their fucking DNA, and they're going to be fucking crazier. That was Jurassic World.
What are you going to do? I'm going to bring my kids.
The second one was they tried to shut it down. A bunch of fucking smugglers have decided because all the fucking dinosaurs are going to die from a volcanic eruption. And a bunch of people were very upset, and they got tricked, be like, hey, we need to save the dinosaurs, guys. They got brought in there to save the dinosaurs. Well, in reality, a big evil company wanted to steal the dinosaurs and auction them off and biologically engineer an even scarier, more dangerous and smarter dinosaur, Shad, that instead of it just killing people, you pointed a gun at somebody with a laser pointer on it. instead of just shooting them with the gun, you had a dinosaur go kill that fucking person.
Dinosaur of fun.
You know what pisses me off?
Dinosaurs
since the
on the
second Jurassic Park,
battlefield.
like the dinosaurs in nearly all the Jurassic Park movies are depicted as being unreasonably tough. Are you kidding me? A friggin' M16 would easily take out a Velociraptor. You telling me a whole
they're
bunch
clever.
of like, army trained,
They hunt in packs.
heavily armed guys can't take out a bunch of freaking dumb
They
animals?
have very thick
They've got
skin.
private insurance.
You lost to fucking emus.
But they can still die from guns. That's my point.
I think all of the Jurassic Park movies after Jurassic Park 1, and arguably Jurassic Park 3 kind of came back, but they always try to make it too big. They try to make this big thing, and there's a bunch of military guys trying to catch dinosaurs and shit. The first movie, it was a small movie almost. It was just people that were
Small,
lost in the
small
park
in
that
terms
had
of
to
the
get back.
story. It was a contained small story,
Yes.
almost like the original Star Wars. It's a part of a bigger universe, but it's a small contained story. You know,
Yeah, it's
I
Alan
know what you
Grant
mean.
and the two
Yeah.
kids, and
Yeah.
then it's Michael and the other three trying to get things back up and running. But it's like just those two things. It's a people story that are being chased by these dinosaurs, like a horror movie.
A horror. That's it, Garrett. The first one is a horror movie. It has a couple elements of action, and obviously this, whether you want to call it, science fiction, like whatever, right? The idea
Spectacle.
of dinosaurs coming back, but it's at its core, it's a horror movie. My point in bringing up all these ridiculous things that they've been doing is that they've been doing those, and it's been fucking working.
Yeah.
Right. So the idea of, I can't believe they're just going to make this dinosaur bigger. That's what they've been doing for 30 years.
Yeah, that's why I do feel like there's a lot of parallels with the Transformers movies, and that's why I do think it's heading for a cliff. It's got to be, and I feel like this movie could be the one, because those Michael Bay movies were fucking gold. They would make $1 billion every fucking time. Remember that?
Wait for it to do 1.3 billion alone in fucking China.
Probably.
Yeah, but those movies, those Transformers, they were making those billions until they weren't. Suddenly, they did not.
Suddenly, and they can't recover. I mean, when's the last time a Transformers movie actually, like, even Bumblebee was really good, but it didn't do that great at the box office. And then what was the last one? The Rise of the Beast?
The one thing that I am concerned about for this one is Scarlett Johansson. And in terms of using Scarlett Johansson as the lead and not as a feminine role necessarily, but basically as the female Chris Pratt type, right? That's the vibe that she has in this trailer, and clearly what they're going for. If it was Scarlett Johansson that was providing a bunch of like sex appeal and stuff like that, I mean, I know she's like 38, 40, however old Scarlett Johansson is, but if that was her role, that'd be one thing. With her as the kind of leader, I don't know if that might keep a couple people away or not draw people into this one. That would be the only thing where I look at this and be like, I could see why this movie might tank or something.
Mm-hmm.
I still think if I had to pick all of those three in July, I still say this one, because I think people just want to go see fucking crazy dinosaur shit, man.
People love a dinosaur.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
And of all the films, it has the best chance of making $1 billion too, I think.
I think this one is no chance this makes $1 billion. I know what you're
I
saying,
don't think
though,
it will,
Odin.
but I
know
think it
what
has the
you're
best
saying.
chance. Yeah.
Yeah, I do know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
I think we're going to end up seeing Jurassic Park doing really well, and then Superman's going to come in and kind of take a little bit of its thunder away.
Oh my God, guys.
We're going to end up fighting each other in the box office until Fantastic Four has a little bit of runway. Those kind of like second, third weeks start to wane down, and then Fantastic Four takes it.
Today is ScarJo's birthday. She's 40.
How old is she?
She's 40.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, ScarJo. Many faps have been had to you. So.
Yeah, I'd still beat that shit up. You kidding me?
So I think Superman.
Oh no, wait. Her birthday's in November. I don't know where I'm getting.
How did you get close enough?
Chrissy
was like, I have something to add.
I read ScarJo is 40 years old as of today, February 7th, 2025. So I thought it was today. So retarded.
This is why you don't fucking let women speak.
The worst of the worst. We're left here.
We love you.
Come on.
Oh, new era, guys. Never heard that one before.
We put ourselves in a place we don't belong.
No fucking shit.
It's an island with dinosaurs.
Swimming.
Survival is a long shot.
What the hell are those?
Cool.
They're helping the mosasaur defend territory.
The dinosaurs.
Yes.
Hunt.
This is
They look like
cool.
diplodocus and they don't.
Yeah, who's trying to kill you?
Oh, fuck it. It's so
Water
bad.
dinosaurs.
Rise of the Jurassic World, Planet of the Dinosaurs, or whatever the fuck.
Jurassic
Cool.
World Rebirth
Rises.
Last
Jurassic World
Redemption
Rises.
Part 1.
And then they should have Jurassic World Afterbirth, and that's
How are we gonna get? I've said that 3 fucking times, Chrissy. I've already used that joke up 3 fucking times this whole stream.
Third time's the charm.
I'm just waiting for how on earth are they going to call his Nazis out of this one, and they're going to find a way.
Yeah, because
Like,
we're all
it's
going to
like-
say Mahershala Ali's
Yeah.
probably the best part in the movie. Yet they're still going to figure out a way to call us racist.
Well, if Scarlett Johansson does a poor job and we criticize her for it, then we'll be sexist misogynists, of course. You know, not because
That is true. That is true. But we have Chrissy here, so we can't be that sexist or racist or sexist or
We just
misogynist
berated her
or what is
for
it?
her wrong.
And said this is why women shouldn't speak.
That was the guest of the show, so I won't be hearing that.
Okay, so around the horn. So I think Fantastic Four will has a chance of doing the best. Ryan says Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. Shad.
See, it's really hard to gauge this one because so many of the recent Jurassic ones have been crap and have done really well. And for Superman, I think Superman has the potential to be huge if it's good. In fact, not even if it's just bearable, half decent and fun.
But if you're
it could
putting
do
money
huge.
on, what's the smartest money on this? If you have to go with what you think has the best chance based on what we know.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Okay, Odin.
Are Mormons allowed to gamble?
I would also say
make casual bets.
I would also say Jurassic World has the best chance, but at the same time, keep in mind, competition at the box office does not mean that everything else is going to be depressed. Look at Barbenheimer; both did really well, so all 3 could do well. But based on history, Jurassic World, I think, has the best chance.
Unique situation, but I agree.
So the uniqueness about that situation is that you had differing audiences that were kind of mixing over a little bit and one bumping each other up now I think Jurassic World to pull from maybe than some of these other ones, but you have 2 comic book movies that are going after the same fucking audience, releasing 2 weeks apart in Superman and Fantastic
But they
Four.
are delayed. But they
Now,
are
if they're both
separated.
good, like,
Yeah.
and if they're both good, they could both make money 100%. But if both of them are just like meh, or people think they're bad, I don't know if people might pick one or the other to go to.
I just feel like
Superman
Fantastic Four
has-
has the most runway.
Really?
After the other movies have done their thing, and Fantastic Four can just run away with it.
How to Train Your Dragon comes out like 2 weeks before Jurassic World. I think that's going to be pretty big. And then Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Then a week later, Superman. And then 2 weeks later, Fantastic Four. I think that's how it goes.
I think the summer has the chance of being the biggest summer since COVID because there's just so many huge movies coming out.
And let's hope they're all 3 good. Although I don't think there's a chance in hell Jurassic Park is good. I just don't. I think that there's a chance that it can be successful and still be a piece of shit. Whereas I think if the comic book movies are pieces of shit, we're at a point where comic book movies can't really survive having a bad movie and still be mega successful because people have been burnt so many times. But let's hope Jurassic World is at least makes the fucking retards that go fucking give it $1 billion happy. Okay. And let's hope Superman is good. I genuinely hope Superman is good.
I really want Superman to be good, but I don't have, much hope.
Yeah. I mean, and of course with Fantastic Four, if those both are good, that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing if they're both good. Which one do you think is going to do the best?
I think without doubt, Jurassic Park. I really do. I really do. I think it's got the best chance out of all of them. Unlike Barbenheimer, like I said, 2 very different audiences and also 2 very anticipated films. One of them being a celebration of femininity for women because they could just dress up and say, hey, I'm actually a woman. I have a vagina and breasts. And they could put girly stuff on and it was a good fun time. Meanwhile, the latest Christopher Nolan movie came out, which a lot of males are kind of interested in the Christopher Nolan stuff. So,
including Elliot Page.
Well, there was a good cross. Also, there's a great cross pollination with the relationship dynamic. You come with me to see Barbie, darling, and I'll come to you and I'll see Oppenheimer together. So I think there was a kind of synergy with the opposites attract in this one. All these films are fucking sick on the floor. Cold, stale, sick. The whole fucking superhero thing is so done. Everyone's so fucking over it. So regardless of whether or not Superman's good or Fantastic Four is good, the problem is, can we get people to the cinema to bloody see them? The Jurassic Park franchise is exactly like Transformers franchise, like you said. It's just how far can we keep going until we say, okay, diminishing returns. It's got to the point of no return, and we can't make another one. It's just not going to be that way. So if Jurassic World Park ballsack comes out and it's just fucking shit, it could actually have a knock-on effect to Superman to stop people from going to the cinema. And if Superman's shit, then that can have a knock-on effect to people going seeing Fantastic Four. Because this is all just so fucking done. At least with Barbieheimer, there was an anticipation of something different. Going on at the cinema, and this isn't different. This is just the same varieties of sick.
All three trailers are mid. None of them gave me like, oh man, I'd like to go see that. Oh, that's exciting. They're all.
I'm so fucking bored of stoic generic looking female. It's the most boring fucking thing. And then you look at stuff like Stellar Blade and all that kind of the Asian women in the East, and they've got so much kind of life to them, and you know the way that they look.
We know what type of life you're referring to there, as they are.
It's all the Botox. That's why.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that's just ScarJo. So yeah, I mean, Jurassic Park. I mean, that trailer looked fucking wank. And it's most likely gonna. I think it's got the best shot. I legit, because I think the international audience is the one that will prop that up the most.
Yeah, all those people that aren't in the United States, they're just retarded. You know what I mean?
Hey,
listen.
Also too, like with
retarded all the time. So
yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna say the limitation also with Fantastic Four. Look at how Guardians 3 did. It was pretty well received by most people, but it still didn't, get to 1 billion. So I think that it tells you the current state of the audience for Marvel films too.
That is true. This
and DC has so much just negative shit beyond just Superman and Joe. Just so much negative shit to overcome. They've had one profitable movie in the past 5 or 6 years. After Joker, which was
crazy
an Elseworld story, the only other profitable one they've had is The Batman, which was an Elseworld story.
And even that just did 770, and that's a Batman movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No baggage of Zack Snyder. If you want to attach baggage to that, extra just a Batman movie with Batman villains, 770 million.
Any other studio or any other movie franchise would probably kill for that, but this is Batman. It's just go ahead, Disparu. Which one?
I think Jurassic Park, just because I think it's easier to make a dinosaur movie that people want to see, because essentially, however bad the script is, they just want to see dinosaurs killing people. And so they don't really care why they're killing people or what the story is. That it is inherently the scary effect of something from our history, which is now here, which is essentially take over the world is the way they're kind of pushing it in that. Whereas when you get to Superman and Fantastic Four, you now have to do a human story, which doesn't seem to be their strong point. And I would say Superman has more chance than Fantastic Four, simply because it's Superman. And the trailer for that seems to be trying to inspire people, seems to be trying to do, whether it succeeds or not, he's actually attempting to make people feel that way. Whereas Fantastic Four had 40 seconds about making food. So I have no faith in that at all to even try and be heroic, whereas Superman will at least go for it, and whether it's hit or miss, we'll see.
Am I the only one that wants to see humans killing dinosaurs for a change?
Yes.
Just gunning them down on maps.
Exactly.
And except for dinosaurs, they're illegals.
No.
I think a lot of this goes back to Shad's uncomfortableness with emus taking over his country because basically that's like fucking modern day raptors.
Exactly. It's I want to see my own story depicted in film. Like, have you seen those videos of the guys on the back of cars just shooting down wild hogs with like automatic weapons? Just,
Yeah.
I want to see that in Jurassic World. I'd love it.
I had a moment right there where Chrissy made that joke, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, wait, this is Gary's channel. Who cares? You know, we do this every week on Friday Night Tights, right? So, Chrissy, which one's going to do the best?
Oof. Yeah. I mean, probably Jurassic Park because you don't need to know any sort of comic book lore. Although it's Superman, like people will go to just because it's Superman. I want it to be Superman, but it'll probably be Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I would say Superman probably has the highest ceiling.
Biggest fan base,
but it also has the hardest path to get there. But it has the highest ceiling. If all three of these movies are like home runs, Superman could have the highest ceiling. I think that it's the likelihood of Superman being the best of those three is not great at all. So, not at all. So anyway, Quarter Black, with your infinite wisdom of getting Airbnbs, which film of the three is going to be the best? Or going to do the best box office wise?
I think that was mine.
Why did you agree with me? After your Airbnb bullshit, that makes me regret my.
Yeah, for all the reasons I said before. I think it has a lot of run up, and I think there's anticipation because it is going to be so important. Like you guys were saying earlier, like we saw a lot of crap in phase 4, and I think there's a lot of people that are intrigued to see if this is going to be a return to form or if it's going to be continuation of shit. So I think there's a little bit of that in play, but I think it's going to do well, and it has that run after all the other big movies have already run their course. So that's what I think. Yeah, I'd hope it would. I hope it's Superman, but
Jurassic Park has I guess it doesn't have the added like worry that people are going to be like, well, would that dinosaur really act that way? That's not the way we saw them act in the comics. Like, that's completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Whereas these other ones are going to get picked apart for that stuff. And
what's weird is like if you go back to the first Jurassic Park, 1, 2, and 3, the first one obviously it did insane numbers for its time. I think the second one did really well too, and the third one is the worst by a mile. So it eventually lost that momentum, even though I think the third is far superior to the second film. Box office wise, I don't have the numbers in front of me, and it's been a while since I looked at this, but I'm pretty sure that third one dropped off big time. So there is going to be some type of, like, at some point, people are going to stop eating these fucking things up, I think. Ryan, are you looking it up right now?
Yeah.
So, like, what did the third one do? The third one did very bad compared to the other.
The third one was bad. So Jurassic Park is one of 3 movies released in the 90s that made $1 billion.
Okay.
It went over $1 billion. It also ran for like ever. I think Gary went to prison and got out of prison. Jurassic Park was still actually in the theaters. Then The Lost World, there was a big drop off for Lost World. Only made $600 million. Jurassic Park 3, $365 million.
Okay.
And then Jurassic World, 1.6, Fallen Kingdom, 1.3, Dominion, 1 billion. The craziest part about those movies, Jurassic World, very expensive, $215 million budget. Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, only $170 and $165 million budget.
Really?
Wow.
That's pretty for modern day Hollywood standards, what we think of when we think of the big blockbusters, right? 165 million spent on production budget and made $1 billion at the box office. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat just said Velocicoaster is the best thing recently out of the franchise. You're not wrong.
Agreed.
You're not wrong.
So fun.
The Velocicoaster is fantastic. It really is. So that's not. You know what the best dinosaur movie that's not the first Jurassic Park movie is? It's Dinosaur. No, Disney's Dinosaur. Remember that
Sex in the City 4. They were all old. They're so old.
I feel like Chrissy show is just looking for a moment to get a zinger in there, and she got one there.
Sniper.
By the way, the best dinosaur movie, correct answer is Land Before Time 1.
Thank you. Thank you. I was going to say that.
Yeah.
A tree star.
I like Disney's dinosaur movie back in like whatever the late 90s or early 2000s, whenever that came out. I can't remember.
Can you see that on Disney Plus, Jeremy?
I have no idea.
Well, I know that 700,000 more people don't have Disney Plus.
That's a nice segue, Ryan.
Yeah, look at that. I know. Terry, this is what we call a segue. But yes, we all saw these reports about Disney Plus losing 700,000 subscribers to close out the year. Now, you do have to look a little bit into this. In the United States and Canada, they actually gained subscribers. They gained somewhere 800,000 right in that area. But internationally, they lost over 1 million. So you have this net loss of 700,000 subscribers. And to me, one of the more interesting things about the way Disney's approaching all their streaming and stuff now is that they have stopped talking about Disney Plus profitability. And now that they've finally closed the official Hulu deal, all this, it's just streaming. So guys, hey, we're turning a profit on streaming now, meaning Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu all together are profitable according to them. What they fail to mention is like, they bought Hulu, just in the same way they bought Star Wars, bought Marvel, they bought Hulu, which was already a successful standalone service. And even with all these big Hulu bundle deals, even with all this stuff, Hulu did gain subscribers. Disney Plus lost subscribers. And ultimately, look, Paramount Plus, Peacock, they would kill to have 150 million global subscribers like Disney Plus. But they're not fucking Disney. They don't have all these IPs. They didn't have all this push behind it. And they thought that at this point in time, they would have around the same subscribers as Netflix. That was the plan. That was Bob Iger's whole fucking plan. And they're sitting there about half of Netflix's subscribers, while Netflix continues to add subs.
What did you say? Last quarter, they added 19 million?
Yeah, and I don't know if we have the comparison this quarter, like quarter one of 2025, from Netflix to Disney, but I know the previous quarter of this, Netflix added 19 million subs.
That is insane, and that is before the WWE stuff started. I don't know if that was part of them picking that up with anticipation.
That was before the WWE. That was before we saw some of the playoff games on Netflix, right? Because that should all be up in the final quarter of 2024, which is technically quarter one of fiscal year 2025.
I mean, Disney Plus to me is a monumental failure. I mean, I know that like you have the Disney Plus, the fucking Star Wars movies and the Netflix show or the Marvel shows, but yeah, it's a nice library of a lot of shit that people already own. But what is that? Why would you want Disney Plus at this point in time? Like, out of all, you have all of these other streaming platforms. You have, Paramount Plus, you have Amazon Prime, you have Netflix, you have shows on there that are driving people to these platforms. What is driving people to Disney Plus outside of name recognition? What is it? There's nothing.
Free subscriptions and Bluey. Yeah. That's about it.
It's Bluey.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Are they getting
seriously,
free ones?
When you think about the value proposition about, all right, I only have so much money, I could probably afford one streaming service. What am I going to pick? Look at all the stuff that Disney Plus is adding versus look at all the stuff that Netflix is constantly adding. They are like, there's new anime dropping. They're getting stuff over from Korea all the time. Then they have their own in-house built stuff and the stuff they're licensing everywhere else. Like, you're getting way more bang for your buck on Netflix, hands down, versus anything else. And so when you look at it, it kind of makes sense that Netflix is getting most of these new signups.
It's inevitable. It's like shopping on Samsung's own website compared to Amazon. Amazon just has more stuff because it can get it from anywhere it wants to. And it does matter where these 700,000 are located, because there are some countries where it'd be like $1 to subscribe a month compared to, you really want those Western subscribers compared to a lot of other countries. So this may not be that big a deal if it is mainly in other places in the world.
Yeah, and that's a great point, which is why I said it's important to note that they did gain subscribers, US and Canada, probably in all likelihood because of Deadpool and Wolverine. That's about the only thing that drew people during that time period. And you're right, in India, it's going to cost on average like fucking $3 or something per subscriber, as opposed to here in the United States, it'll be an average of like $5.50. I'm just throwing numbers out there, but that's kind of what they're looking at when it comes to that, because, Indians are poor.
Ryan, does Disney Plus has no like live sport stuff at this point in time, correct? They don't offer anything like that, do they?
But ESPN Plus.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you is like, do you think that with them owning ESPN and having that, do you think that they will try to throw some live sporting events onto Disney Plus in the future to try to pull more people over there? Do you think that that's something they would try?
Maybe. I think they're pretty content right now to just have all these 3 wrapped up, and they can just report them that way, and they can mix and match when one makes money or one loses money, and just say streaming in general.
Right?
Didn't they have cricket at one point, and that was a big selling point for it in some countries?
In India, and Pakistan and shit. Yeah. And then they stopped that, and they lost fucking millions of subscribers. Yeah.
Well, I asked you this, Ryan, on Daily. I was just like, I asked you, do you think Disney Plus survives in 5 years? And you obviously agreed that they would because of all the other stuff they have. It's just that it will be interesting as the streaming platforms, as more are going to fall over the next 3 to 5 years. I don't know which ones specifically, but you would have to imagine that some of them are going to close up shop or either merge into other ones, merge in with Netflix, merge in with Apple, merge in with Amazon, whatever. It will be interesting to see how that happens. Will Disney absorb more subscribers? Will that help them, hurt them? I don't think that anything they offer, it would help them. Go ahead, Disparu.
Their issue is they might enter some kind of death spiral because they've just announced they're cutting content spending by $1 billion as they're losing subscribers. So if you always want to stay profitable, as you lose subscribers, you keep cutting money, and before you know it, you've got nothing coming out, and you just keep losing more and more and more. I know we took the piss out of when they were like, no, we're pivoting towards profitability, but that can actually cause you to decline. MMOs and stuff have it where people want to play a popular game, so as it becomes unpopular, more people stop playing it and they can't get them back. You may find that with streaming platforms.
Yeah, and you know what? Like we look at the laundry list of things that Disney put out on streaming this year, and they didn't put out shit in terms of original fucking content. The Acolyte was the second most viewed original streaming content that they had,
That's
right?
pretty sad.
And we know how poorly that performed. We know how bad Agatha and Echo were in terms of performance based on expectations for an IP like that. So yeah, like what?
Yeah, Ryan, are you telling me that the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon show isn't bringing people to the platform?
Well, we don't have reports on that one yet because it came out this year. But yeah, in all likelihood, probably not. You know.
How is Hulu looking though?
Most viewed
Hulu's looking good
original on the platform, which we're going to talk a little about X-Men 97 a little later, probably.
Yeah. So as Comics brought up, Hulu's looking good. Their numbers are good. They actually are. They're profitable. They're in a positive with subscribers. They're gaining, whereas Disney Plus is losing. Correct, Ryan?
Yeah, and Hulu has like. I think Hulu typically has better shit on that. Hulu had Shogun, which obviously was very, highly acclaimed this year. They've got originals that it seems like get more attention and more people caring about them than what Disney Plus is putting out there. But
so what's the likelihood of basically Hulu absorbing Disney Plus at this point?
I don't
they're
think
not
that's going to
doing
happen.
that. They're not do that together already, and they're already finding a way to essentially, when you package your account, to access your Hulu shit through Disney Plus and vice versa and everything. So like
that's kind of what happens here in Australia. A lot we don't have Hulu over here, but a lot of the Hulu shows, not all of them, do appear on Disney Plus. So it's kind of this weird amalgamation.
Yeah. I mean, Disney has a lot of problems, and I feel like a lot of these problems are going to eventually catch up to them. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this, but at Galaxy's Edge, they're now advertising Luke Skywalker at Galaxy's Edge now, 6 fucking years later.
Isn't it a chick? It looks like a woman.
There is speculation that it's a woman. I don't know if somebody could pull that tweet up. I quote tweeted it, so it'd be easy to find that way. But it does look like it might be a chick. But what's funny is like, God, like 6 years later, you decide to put Luke fucking Skywalker at your Star Wars land. I'm old enough to remember that asking for Luke Skywalker at Star Wars land, which is called Nazi. I'm old enough to remember. Suddenly, it's something that they're advertising, and to me, that's a massive L for them because they're essentially
Skywalker's calling you a Nazi now.
I know it's like it's to the point where nobody wants Luke Skywalker after what Disney's done, and then what right here. This is it right here. So, full screen it.
What did they have before? Just like Rey?
Yeah, everything like sequel trilogy bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So people were slowing this down, and it like right there in the frame where turn right there.
That was a fold in the. I think it's a fold in this cloth.
Maybe, yeah. But again, 6 years later, like, what are we doing? That's what I was talking about when we were at Universal yesterday. We're walking towards the Jurassic Park Velociraptor, and I hear John Williams' theme. That was getting me like, oh man, this is cool. Like this is cool. I'm in Jurassic Park. This is the theming. It's immersive. You go to Galaxy's Edge now. I've only been to Galaxy's Edge one time, right after it opened. I went with Gary. It felt like Iraq. It really did. It didn't feel like It didn't feel like Star Wars. It felt like I was in Iraq. There was no Star Wars music. It was terrible. It was depressing. And now, after all this time, you want to add Luke Skywalker. Go fuck yourself, Disney. Like, nobody cares. So they're taking L's everywhere. They're taking Epic Universe is about to absolutely light them up in Orlando. It's going to light them the fuck up. And so they're taking L's in the theme parks. They're taking L's on streaming. Yeah, their box office, they've had a pretty good year. I mean, they got the only 3 films that are over $1 billion, so credit where credit's due. So let's see. That's pretty true. That's pretty true right there. By the way, if you're just tuning in now, the reason Gary is not here is that he had a family tragedy. He put this out on Twitter and on his community post. So, Gary obviously wanted to be here, but he's got business to take care of. So we got it. We're holding it down for him. A lot of us are here in Orlando for MegaCon. We have our panel tomorrow at noon at MegaCon. And then we have the big meetup tomorrow night. I might have a cameo appearance here in a bit from someone. We'll see. We'll see if the time frame works out. We'll see.
Bob Iger.
Bob Iger might show up.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy. So that's why Gary's not here. But anyway, nothing but well wishes and everything for Gary and his family, and the overwhelming support that Gary's received. It's been crazy on social media, and I know he and everyone involved appreciates it. So, but Gary's tweets are out there and his community posts with whatever details he's willing to put out there. They're in those tweets. So more information will, come out in time. But anyway, we got your back, Gary, and you're still gay. But anyway, all right, what else we got to talk about, Ryan?
Well, we might as well talk about, we talked about a little Marvel stuff earlier. There's been a little drama surrounding other Marvel stuff. I'm sure a lot of people saw the Rob Liefeld story that came out. That was just yesterday, where Rob Liefeld basically said he feels mistreated by Marvel and that he's severing ties with them. And, after everything that happened, didn't get invited to the after party, said, hey, they don't treat comic book creators right, all this stuff. Well, then the very next day, we have another story from somebody who made X-Men 97, Beau DeMayo, very famously black and gay and fired. And
that's not a meme, by the way.
No, I'm serious. Like, very much like his identity is a huge part of who he is and what he talks about all the time and what he posts on social media. But with all that being said, the people that watched X-Men 97 for the most part really seemed to enjoy it. They thought it was a pretty faithful follow-up in general to the X-Men cartoon. But suddenly, kind of out of nowhere, Beau DeMayo got fired last summer, and people weren't really sure why. Couple months later, a big report drops saying from Disney that he had some egregious content after he said that he got his credit stripped because he posted a gay pride thing. Beau DeMayo, over on his YouTube channel, and might have put it on other social media platforms as well, he put out a 30-minute video where he talks a lot about this entire situation. He makes a lot of allegations but doesn't name any names. He also doesn't really get into any of the allegations that are made by Disney about him, other than to just say that they're fake. And we obviously can't watch a 30-minute fucking video for him. I would highly encourage anybody to go watch it and check it out, see what you think for yourself. The way I interpreted what Beau DeMayo says, I think that there can be a couple things that are true. One, with both The Witcher and with X-Men 97, it seemed even though he talks a lot about his identity and all these things, he very much does care about the source material and doing a good adaptations for fans. He talked about that in The Witcher before he departed from the Witcher staff. He talked about with this, and he said he had problems behind the scenes doing comic accurate things or character accurate things with some of these characters. I also personally think that Beau DeMayo thinks that every single bad thing that happens to him is because he's black and because he's gay.
100%. One of those.
That's what it feels like to me.
Yes.
And I think both those things can be true, that a guy can really care about doing things the right way in terms of this story and put out a good story. But at the same time, anytime he gets any pushback, well, they're just racist and sexist and homophobic. And, it's been really hard for people that look like me and fuck like me in this country.
Yeah, Disney are known for that.
Yeah. And that's basically the allegation from Beau DeMayo is that, hey, all these people that work there at Disney, they really couldn't stand that I was black and gay and proud. And that's why all these things happened to me. And that's why they wanted me off the show. That's why they think I was a problem. Rather than maybe it's a little like it's a mix of maybe he's hard to work with. Maybe it was this thing. Maybe he took offense to this. That's how I read it. I watched the whole fucking 30 minutes.
I watched about 10, 15 minutes before we went live, and I got tired of hearing his victim fucking bullshit and about like what he's been through in the past and his identity, all that. But on the flip side of it, like I didn't see X-Men 97, but most people that did really enjoyed it for the most part. If you're willing to make a good product, I don't really care what nonsense you spew, but in terms of like, I don't trust this Beau DeMayo guy at all. He seems to be a constant victim narrative machine. That's what everything he was saying in that. Now I know, like, I think comics had said like later on in there, he does kind of take it for the fans. I didn't get to that part.
Yeah, it was around the 10-minute mark of the video.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what he's saying. So things that he's saying are things that I do think he's shown in the past, like with The Witcher, where he said there were some people that didn't want to portray this character this way or this character that way, instead wanted to insert some other shit.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about how they want to make Bishop gay.
Right. People are fans of this character. People like this character. It was written like this, so we should do this because the fans want to see it.
Yeah.
Those are the things that he was saying, and I do agree with those things. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, he said in that video about how when they approached him, they were like, we appreciate your perspective as, being black and gay and all this shit, and he was like, I'm not going to be your, what was the word he used? Like your token or your spokesman?
Your black stamp of approval on it.
Yeah. That's what he said in the video. So again, I don't particularly like the guy. I don't trust the guy, but I don't need to like you or trust you to like whatever entertainment you're making. And from what people have said, X-Men 97 was good. And I look at this as a woke on woke crime is what I look at. That's what I view this as. Like Disney virtue signals all day long. They have to hire people based off identity, not merit. Now you've hired somebody who looks at their life through the lens of I'm a victim because I'm this and this. And now they're using that victim narrative to go after the company that hired them based on their identity to begin with. And so it's a woke on woke crime based on what I'm seeing right now. So I'm just sitting back laughing, going, you deserve each other. You both deserve each other. I don't really give a shit. And I have no sympathy for either party.
The issue with identity politics is he's basically encouraged and rewarding for taking that angle. He'd almost be stupid not to play the victim because that's where all his power is.
Yeah.
And that's the issue why we haven't improved over the years and no one's learned anything. Because not only is it naturally easier just to blame everyone else than yourself because it protects your own ego, but by being that victim and it giving you power, nobody learns anything. Everyone immediately gets defensive. You accuse them, they accuse you, and that's kind of the end of it. You need to take responsibility for your actions, and even if he was to blame, he'll never learn that. It could be because he's rewarded for specifically doing it in the first place.
And basically, both him and Disney will do the exact same thing. I mean, I think Jeremy, you're spot on. It's
I did.
What was that?
I think Beau DeMayo can just shove his fucking head up his ass.
I'm gonna make a good point, but I'm just like,
knock on Disney's door and just say hi. I'm gonna bend myself over. You shove your head up my ass, and I'll shove my head up your fucking ass, right? It's like listening to
Your ass, my face.
It's just like listening to two absolute pieces of fucking excrement throw shit at each other. That's what we got here. Is this the guy who was fucking selling his ass pics on OnlyFans as well?
He introduces the video first and he says, "Welcome to my OnlyFans."
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he uploaded this to there and then uploaded it to other platforms.
I don't know if it was I don't know if it was tongue in cheek or not, because that was one of the things, right? One of the essential things that's been out there is that he was running this kind of fucking risque OnlyFans or posts or things like that, and that was one of the contributing factors. Some things that he had said to other people that work there was one of the contributing factors. Now he makes.
I'm making a cartoon for kids. By the way, here's a picture of my fucking asshole. You know,
everyone needs an upsell.
Conflict of interest there. I can't personally see it.
And he basically says that Disney has just told a bunch of lies about him because he was not sticking. He was not going to sit there and take all of the.
I reckon he's taking quite a lot, Ryan. Actually,
he was not going to stick there and take it. When it comes to all the racism and all the homophobia. And all of
way to get a load of me.
Comics, you were making a point before as didn't apologize. And by the way, I got a problem with you as you have apologized twice when interrupting. That's not my as, okay?
I am not apologizing.
You did early in the show. You twice. Fucking bullshit. Don't ever apologize for interrupting.
You just threw him the V's while telling him he was apologizing as well. It was like,
yeah, we saw that.
Twice you did it. Twice.
Go ahead, Comics.
Shit, trying to remember my point. I think ultimately I was agreeing with you. I think that you're definitely getting this woke on woke violence from both Disney and Beau DeMayo. And I think there could be a possibility that, you know, there could be some homophobia and racism going on at Disney. After all, I mean, those who virtue signal the most are typically guilty of the crime.
True.
So you never can tell in these situations. Odds are you're probably seeing both parties are probably wrong.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
so he goes on this laundry list of allegations, but doesn't name anybody.
No, he doesn't.
Because I'm not gonna show the names or show the receipts because hopefully Disney can do whatever. But the reason that Disney stripped his credits from these things was basically because he says he was forced, and then he corrects himself. Well, I was basically pressured to sign this agreement with Disney when I left the show. But what that agreement was, he can't talk about the show. So when he talks about all these things that he did that Disney determined he breached the contract, and it was when he was talking to people about the show. Now, those may have been very positive things, and he was saying a lot of positive things, but they told him not to talk about the show. And it wasn't until he made that weird gay pride X-Men 97 post that may have been like the line. Not because it was fucking gay necessarily, but because they had told him to stop talking about the show. And whether you think that's right or not, apparently that's what he says he was coerced into signing. And now, one very interesting part was he was very upset that at Disney, they felt that one of these sensitive things that people should avoid talking about was homosexuality, along with the Israel-Palestine conflict, along with like a couple other things that he was like, and you think like those are sensitive issues? You think homosexuality is in the same vein as these things? Right? So very interesting, right? It's children's company. The fucking don't say gay. Don't say gay. Parental rights and education.
I told you this before when I was on the fucking show. # quiz for Palestine. The only fucking way Disney get out of that. It's the only fucking way.
Well, Trump will take care of him now.
Listen, you get what you deserve, Disney. I have no problem with them being in this position. I have zero sympathy for them. I do think that you're going to see them shifting a lot moving forward, because the entire country has shifted, the culture has shifted, and it's not slowing down. Things are fucking crazy right now. But Disney deserves no credit for that, by the way. They deserve zero credit for shifting. If they eventually do start to really shift in a very aggressive way, they deserve zero credit for it, because it's not genuine, it's not authentic, and we're going to continue to follow that as it goes. But
the company is still filled with activists that hate half of America, and so even if they're going to be changing the front-facing kind of content, who's doing it though. And who's upset about it?
In this case, when they hired Beau, they knew full well what they're getting. They hired him because of his categories, not in spite of them. So to come and go back and go, I was discriminated against because of this, is farcical.
Yeah, I agree, but you never can tell. The one thing I thought was interesting though, and it was the tail end of the video. Basically, he said when he got fired is that it was like a week or two. He got fired after going to HR with a complaint about something. I guess about
No, hold on. He got fired 4 days after he received his first HR complaint, and that was after somebody associated with the show and saying, "I don't feel comfortable as a gay black man at Disney anymore," or something like that.
Yeah,
and that was when he received his first HR complaint 4 days after that.
Was the complaint he wasn't black and gay enough?
I don't think that could have possibly been it. Hey, we do want to thank you guys for joining us. We got almost 20,000 concurrent viewers between YouTube and Rumble right now, so we appreciate that.
You're welcome.
The star of the show, Gary. We're gonna get into some super chats though, unless Odin has anything to add.
Yeah, where are you going? Where are you?
All I have to say is the fact that Atlanta traffic is terrible, and luckily I just got through the most of it.
Is that where you are?
Don't dox yourself.
We're gonna find Odin driving.
Don't take your hands off the steering wheel on a live stream.
On the wheel.
One more reminder: we have MegaCon tomorrow here in Orlando. Panel starts at noon. MegaCon. All the details are on
North Concourse Theater 3. It's on the second level for anybody that's listening. That's where it's going to be at noon. Then we're going to be at the Ripaverse booth from 2 to 5, talking to people, saying hi, all of that good stuff. And then after that, we're headed
one-on-one with Beau DeMayo.
Maybe we'll see. I invited them. And then after that, starting at 7, we'll be at the Red Coconut Club at Universal City Walk. I would recommend, if you're staying in the area, just Uber over there. It's pretty easy to do. That's what I'm going to be doing. So. Yeah,
it's going to be awesome. We cannot wait, and looking forward to seeing everybody. So it's going to be great. So yes, let's do it. All right, let's read some super chats.
Noons, before the stream even started, Noons gifted 50 Nerdrotic membership. And there's a parentheses there that says $50. I feel like that should be $250, but I'll correct math for the Asian.
I'm on my laptop. It's much harder to type.
That makes you do
nails.
maths worse?
No, it's just hard to type with long nails.
You got the numbers right. You missed an entire key.
Yes.
Fear the
Open
Tardo.
your eyes, X-Ray.
Fear the Tardo for $50. All right. There be stray kitties in Tardo's yard. Tried to pet, but scratch Tardo and give big ouch. Can Chaz, the emu guy, build Tardo kitty pult to make kitties go bye-bye? Maybe launch kitties to Uncle Rai Rai's yard. Uncle Rai Rai know what do. Lock it in. Yay. Roland the Wretched, 4 parts for $100 total.
$100.
I think Ryan should go on assignment to the oldest Amish village that can be found and live stream from there for a week. They'd probably all think their souls are getting stolen or something. So. Ryan also advocated for the deletion of Gary this week. I believe it's implied Gary's a blind fuck that can't even read a super chat. I don't think I said that. But I probably did say he's getting up there in age. Gay Garrett was homeless this week. If he would have just kept tossing Gary's salad, Gary would have probably put him up. Or maybe he could have had a threesome with Ryan and Jeremy. But eventually, Perry Chan stepped up, and I hear they're happy together. Finally,
go ahead. But
finally, X-Ray Girl fulfilled her lifelong dream and hugged a beaver. What people don't know, it was the one attached to Frost. So congrats. Ian will be streaming Failguard at 8 p.m. Central, I think. Come watch the live Transcope session. Today's read, Luke 145. Happy is the woman who believed Frost would fulfill the promises she made to her. Hail FNQ, Fellowship, Chat, Mods, Little Thorin, RIP Pizza Time. Tell Dan Vosk to stop fapping and finish the song. Until next time.
So long, gay boys.
I was waiting.
Are we going to get the clip? Come on.
So long, gay boys.
My favorite thing that Ryan's ever said to Gary was when Ryan and Drinker were drunk as shit at MegaCon last year. I was recording it. And no, I've never released a video, but they were fucking plastered. And Gary was laughing at Ryan, and Ryan goes, "What exactly did you say? Do you remember word for word what you said in that video?" Like you said,
I do remember
my
watching
fault
the
you
video. I don't
failed at
remember saying it,
alcohol.
but I looked at him and I said, "You fucking failed at alcohol. Shut the fuck up."
It was so great. I was like, and Ryan still knew to self-censor himself because he knew he was on camera. So, but you and Drinker were fucking plastered. It was bad.
You
was
cannot understand Drinker. Like,
not at all.
How drunk he was in the accent. You
He
don't
was-
know what the fuck
He was gone. He was completely gone.
I think
It
his
was
sister was
amazing.
just drunk as well.
I was really hammered. Norm All Man for Canadian $50. What is this bald British guy doing on FNT? Where's our favorite New Zealander? Is he safe? Is he all right? Just kidding. Welcome back, Az. Does it feel like you never left? We actually have a lot of super chats. Really happy about the fact that Az is back.
Fucking gay.
Hey, Resident Weevil for $1.99 says Az fancies Ada Wong, a man of culture. I see as.
Yes.
Gary, sorry, not Gary Carpenter.
Would
Gay
Sunrise
Carpenter.
and Kingdom Come to?
Gay Carpenter for $10. After seeing Az defeated by deer, I don't know if he should be considered a serious gamer anymore.
Wait, what? He ran
We're
away.
defeated by a deer?
No, right. I was trying to kill a deer so I could get the meat and use it as bait. And I fucking shot this deer twice in the fucking head. In the head! And it just ran off. Ran off.
I was commenting, I hit a guy with an axe in the head 2 times and he didn't drop. And I'm like, what the hell?
And this isn't a bow and arrow. This was a crossbow. So it had like twice the fucking damage of a bow. Ran a Swede, ran away, came back next to fucking me and just stood there like yeah. You got any fucking thing else, mate? Got anything else? Yeah, dude.
Call that a crossbow.
Shot him again, right in his fucking head. He was like, fuck off. And ran away.
Should have shot him in the knee. Pat Patriot for $10. Something about the bald dude really makes me want to dump tea in the ocean while dressed up as Elizabeth Warren.
You pay 30% now. You pay 30 fucking percent now. It could have been 2. It could have just been 2, but you had to have that.
Josh Kelsey for $20. Az is alive again. Truly a Black History Month miracle.
Black Girl Magic.
NDI for $5. I got a super chat for Az. Hail brother and panel. Saint Jesus George Lionheart Floyd. Thank you.
They've already had that today.
Cole Hauser, who I met at MegaCon this weekend, says, "Az praise Allah."
Yes, sir.
Ministry of Wrongthink for a $50 super chat. Thank you very much. Important note for the upcoming Schindler's List 2 exclusive popcorn bucket. No spoilers. Just wanted everyone to know not to freak out over it being burnt. That's part of the theme. Have a good one. Or have a good time. Thank you, Ministry of Wrongthink. Hot Dog, my man Hot Dog, over on the Rumble side, gives 40 Rumble subscriptions. That's $200 fucking right there.
Damn.
Dude. That's a lot, hot dog. Thank you. That's crazy. UF Gator for $50. Hello, all. You have to absolutely boycott this shit. Fuck Pedro Pascal, as my wife is still requesting Ocean Man. Cheers.
Play it for her.
Good old Ocean Man.
Tell me, brother, how you at?
Yeah, some people do not like the Fantastic Four trailer at all. At all. Mark Cooper just drops a 50-pound bomb. I believe that's proper money, as it's known around these parts. 50 pounds. New to the channel. Just wanted to say thanks for all the free funny. Best wishes to Gary. Later, gay boys.
That free funny just had to cost you 50 quid.
He's driving too slow and it's pissing me off.
It just keeps getting overtaken.
He's getting fucking passed.
It's so pathetic.
I'm still in traffic.
You better not be in the left lane. You so
He's in the far right lane right now.
Oh, the far
Because
right.
there's
You're far right. You're far right.
Dang
How's that
right.
going?
Listening to Rudolph
Friday
Red-Nosed
Night
Reindeer
Tights
while
person
driving like a
that's
grandma.
far right.
Bro, how
Now I'm
funny
in the
would-
middle. You happy? I'm in the middle lane now.
How funny would it have been if, like,
Right, when
Odin
Odin
got
crashes, it's all
bullied-
your fault.
if Odin got bullied into changing lanes and driving slow, and he tried to shift over and just immediately got hit? Like, that would have all been Jeremy's fault.
Odin, way to absolutely crumble to peer pressure, buddy.
I mean, we've already had him with his hands off the steering wheel. You made a joke and he face palmed and covered his eyes. I'm like, this is gonna be horrific.
I'm a good
I
driver.
drive bad.
Andre CR on the Streamlabs side for $69.69. $69.69 from Andre CR. Hail bitches. Question for the retards in the panel. If Reed and Stu are fucking,
narrow that one down.
That's all of us.
Could you be more specific?
well, this is such an easy answer, by the way, but if Reed and Sue are fucking and Sue turns invisible, would Reed be able to see his own dick? Also, why is Gary bald and fat? Oh, wait, it's the ghost of Az. Hail!
Yes, the answer to your question would be yes.
Yeah, 1,000% yes.
So,
I
casting for the Invisible Woman isn't bad, but I have to say I think Jessica Alba fit the role a bit better.
Jessica Alba's
Definitely
really
fit
hot,
that
but
outfit a little bit better.
I think I think the new cast. I think she's hot too. I like her and shit.
She is, but she's no prime Jessica Alba.
Nobody really is, but she's fucking
Yeah.
white and blonde.
Yeah.
Which this is marvelous. It's fucking small victory.
I initially wasn't sold on Vanessa Kirby, but after watching the trailer, I thought she did a pretty decent job.
I like Vanessa Kirby. One of the questions I want to know, and maybe Az with his comic expertise can help me. The Thing.
No.
Is his anus rock?
No.
That's what I want to know.
Oh my god.
Is this more than Orange Rock?
Shit.
I have a follow-up question.
He's the person that I would imagine is the closest to be able to shit out rocking horse shit,
Okay. So when he's not hard, is it
He's
still
always
considered
that way,
hard?
though.
These are scientific questions.
No.
know.
Carry on. No, carry on.
Yeah, we want to. Where's this going?
I don't actually know. I don't know what you're referring to there, X-ray. Could you be a bit more specific?
Start over, extra girl. Start over.
Is this a specific guy? Is this Mark? Is this anyone that
Like, does he start off as limestone and then turns into granite? Like, what's going on?
Is it windy? Is it also rough?
Mark, is that your leg, or are you excited to see me?
Invisible Mark? Would you be able to see your leg?
I'm asking the good questions here, I think.
Good questions. And some people, like when I would bring this up, like I tried to ask Jay this, and it seemed like Jay was a little uncomfortable answering these questions. Like, all right, Mr. Fantastic's dick, right? Can he, right? if he stretches it out, can it like maintain like a thick shape? Can it be harder when he stretches it out? Is it floppy? Is it like a big long? As long as he can get it but flaccid as shit, he's just thumbing it in there. Like these are the answers we need in the Fantastic Four movie.
Storm. Let's ask Sue Storm. Yeah.
Beau DeMayo would love to answer these questions, I'm sure. So.
Yes, thank you.
Yay!
And Chris, you look happy. Look at us. But yes, all right, so we'll put all these together.
Elephantitis for
So if Mr. Fantastic, his dick can get really long, but it's still all like flaccid, and he's thumbing it in. If Sue turns invisible after he's done that, does it just look like a big giant accordion?
But if it's that appendage though, would it not engorge with more blood? He'd probably pass out. The bigger his dick got, the more he'd fucking get and then bust out.
Yeah.
If he can throw a punch, he can throw some dick.
Is that like the same as if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball?
Yeah.
If he can throw a punch, he can throw some dick. So
he can throw a punch, he can throw some dick.
That was the best answer right there.
Ian so forth for 50 pounds. Thank you so much, Ian. As on FNT, we're not back in lockdown, are we?
Maybe.
Samuel Aratan for $50. Thank you again, $50. Is it too much to ask for film studios to find the most talented people to tell cool stories? It's either lame wokey Hollywood or wholesome, but awful Hallmark. The last sci-fi to impact the zeitgeist was Interstellar, and they killed high fantasy IPs.
That's right. The greatness of Interstellar.
I take real umbrage with this because fucking Hallmark rocks. Look, Hallmark is the most based fucking channel out there. I've never known a channel that's meant to appeal to women where every single fucking story is the most successful woman who's got the greatest job, all the money she wants, the house of her dreams. She ain't got shit without that dick in her. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Without that guy in her life. Yeah? Meaningless because she ain't got no man, right? And then the man comes in, boom, her life is the best fucking thing imagined. Oh man.
Well, that's what ABC Family used to be, and then they realized like this is going in the wrong direction. They had to rename it to Freeform so they could put a bunch of gay shit all over it.
Well, let's get it straight. Everything on ABC Family turned into like high schoolers fucking each other.
Yeah, I know.
Right? That was every fucking program on there.
It got really bad towards the
ABC
end.
Family.
Yeah, it got really bad
ABC
towards the end.
Planned Parenthood, more like it.
Yeah. And I guess, is it still a thing? Is Freeform still around? Is that still a thing?
Watches channels anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard about it. The only time I ever hear about those channels, like I guess they still had like the 25 Days of Christmas or some shit on Freeform. That was years ago though, so I don't even know if it still exists. But we need ABC Family back. Maybe Trump will sign an executive order for that. I mean, hell, he signed an executive order for plastic straws to return. I mean, come on.
That is a great unifier. I'm telling
you,
what.
I saw it and I had to look. I had to verify. I was like, is this a meme? Like, is this? I went over to True Social. Like, holy shit, this is real.
He did sign an executive order about plastic straws.
Yeah,
friggin'
fucking hilarious, man.
If Trump hadn't earned my vote, he would have gotten it with that.
Yes.
Bloody legend.
Yes, Usage woman with the pink pussy hat that said, "My job just got trumped." And I was like, you do realize the meaning of Trump, sweetheart, you know? Is to be beaten by something better, you know? This is an incredible cell phone of, well, okay.
These people are broken, man. No, seriously, he should have ran on the plastic. Holy shit! Yes! Yes!
We go now live.
Yes!
As we follow Odin's white Bronco.
Holy shit!
If the gloves don't fit, then I quit.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
juice
that was
is loose.
The juice is loose. By the way, I did. Ryan, did you finish that 4-part?
I haven't
American
finished
Manhunt?
the last one yet, which is obviously about the trial and everything. But
Yeah.
the American Manhunt, the O.J. Simpson story is recently released on Netflix. And look, a lot of his stuff we've seen before, even on some Netflix stuff before. Some of the interviews we've seen with people we've seen before. But there's a lot of additional information about evidence that was at the crime scene and witnesses that were there that never made it to fucking trial ever.
Mhm. And there's interviews with key people. And there's new interviews with key people from like Mark Furman, other people involved. It's pretty, I mean, it's really interesting. As someone that lived through that whole thing and watched it unfold and was part of the entire world being captivated by it, I found this new miniseries on Netflix to be pretty damn interesting, and definitely some new information and new perspectives on it. But the same conclusion, motherfucker did it, and there's no doubt about it. Like, it's just as obvious as day. Like, it's I don't know how anybody thinks that this man didn't do it. But yeah, so.
And I like, for a lot of the jurors, it doesn't seem like they really felt like he didn't do it. They just felt like the prosecution fucked up so badly.
And Johnny Cochran was so great.
Yeah, and Johnny Cochran was good enough, and they made it all about race. They made it enough reasonable doubt that the idea that the cops could have planted this possibly, and the prosecution didn't do a good job countering that.
Thank God they never do anything like that again, particularly in 2020.
yeah, I heard that. But it is good. If anybody's interested, I would recommend it. I've seen the whole thing, and it's pretty good. So I enjoyed it. Got more super chats?
Yeah, we got a lot more. Buster Nut Smash for $50. Thank you, Buster. Thanks for digging up
context of the thing discussion. That puts a whole new meaning on that name.
It's clobbering time. Is just he just wakes up to jerk off in the morning. It's clobbering time. What does it sound like when the thing faps? Like he's
rock. I would say rock
on rock.
Getting shaken in a box, you know?
Yeah.
Is it like geode, like a geode? If he hits it with another one too hard, it splits open.
He just looks back and he's like, "That's my secret. I'm always hard," you know.
Rock hard.
All extra girl, by the way. That was her question.
And she giggled a lot when I said that about found that one. Here we go.
Oh no. It's so
There you go.
horrible. Oh my god.
There you go.
That was him dragging his balls on the floor.
Oh man.
That's the thing everyone would know, like, because he'd fucking walk out and like the palm of his hand would just be shiny as shit.
And like, what happens at the end? Does it just spray out dust? Like little
No,
brown
it's probably
stone.
mud.
That's what the comment
lava.
An extra girl. It comes mud.
Yeah.
I believe that. Buster Nut Smash for $50. Thanks for digging up Az's corpse to fill in for Gary. Smells better and twice as funny. Can't wait to meet you all tomorrow. Best to Gary and his family. Hail to the chat.
Hail to the chat.
Thanks, Buster.
I know, like, some people, you know, I think you guys, I've got a clip if you guys, somebody can pull it up, but, you know, we're talking about, you know, the thing jerking off, you know, like all these people's dicks, whatever, you know. So we're just covering what CNN covers on a daily basis. Okay. That's all, you know, because CNN, the worldwide leader in airport news, right here. I mean, this is what CNN talks about every day. So here we go.
He is now working at PBS. So this is a 19-year-old high school graduate who has used the unfortunate nickname Big Balls online. So that would be one way that we could refer to him. He is now working at Musk's behest inside Doge. And we looked into his background. So we found, you know, several notable things, Aaron, one of which is that this individual has founded multiple companies, including one with another unfortunate name, Tesla.Sexy LLC. Which was established in 2021. He would have been around 16 years old. Now, this LLC controls dozens of web
So there we
domains.
go.
Yes,
We're
so
just
this-
following CNN's lead, man. You know.
In the middle of that, I didn't know whether she was laughing or crying. Like her voice wobbled a bit. I was like, oh.
I love this timeline. I
An
love it.
unfortunate name as if it was an accident. You know?
Unfortunate name.
This is not an accident, okay? He very much wants to be
just
called Big
funny.
Balls.
Can you imagine what Elon will be telling his next hires, though? He's like, can you just go on the internet and call yourself something really fucked up for the internet?
We found another company from him, a little bit of an unfortunate name. Stick your fucking badge on my face.com.
And that's literally validated
Probably
the
a website.
entire reason why people make those names to force people to say them. And it's just like, now it's on CNN, and I bet it's just going, yes.
Not only that, he got fired from Doge because of some controversial tweets. And Elon and JD Vance advocated to rehire him, so now he's been rehired. Big Balls has been rehired. It's the greatest fucking timeline ever.
I'm hearing is Big Balls is back in.
Yes. Big Balls is balls deep.
That's his autobiography, Balls Deep. My internet makes no story.
Yeah. How I forced CNN to say big balls live on air.
What a timeline we're in right now, man. Holy shit. It's wild. Love it.
By the way, if there are any tall buildings out there that are watching this, be careful. They're about to audit the Pentagon again. So how you had make sure you start getting as soon as possible. Elevators. Sorry, you might not understand that. Elevators.
Gay carpenter for $5 with Odin on the road. Does this mean he has no excuse to leave early?
Very well timed. Right there.
Perfectly
Very
timed.
well timed.
He just opens his car door and rolls out.
Aaron,
no!
Aaron Pipes for 15. Does this mean Gary has finally bent the knee and is going to let Az and his boy toys with boobs move into the mansion next door where he keeps his comics?
Yes.
Easy. Randy G. Hail all. And Az Ryan 6888 was a period piece.
Giggity.
Rob or Ross for 10 pounds. As my favorite FNT moment was with you when Melanie Mack said all out of Jesus and I nearly pissed myself. Hail Az. I know. Fill her up. Yasuke Gigasake for 5. I feel like that used to have a different word at the beginning.
It did have a different word. I was wondering why you read it that way. I was like, did you change it or did they change it?
Extra Girl may have changed it, or Yasuke himself may have changed it.
Okay.
But anyway, Yasuke says, I just took a massive dump and I feel much better now. Thanks, Az.
Hell yeah. I was just thinking he probably got a warning from YouTube's like, hey, that name might bring you a little heat. to quote a famous Brazilian.
Oh, you do.
Oh no! Look who's here. It's Madam Savvy. Come here, Savvy. Come here.
Okay.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
Madam Savvy. Say hello.
Hi, friends. I hope everyone's doing good.
Yep, she's a crazy lunatic. So
Oh my goodness. Been very good and stable.
you good? I'll be down there in just a bit. So all right, Madam Savvy, a cameo. We may have another cameo coming up here soon.
I was going to say,
see.
please don't tell us that was the cameo you were Jesus Christ, how disappointing.
That's one division of cameos right there. Okay.
If you're going to bring a female on as a cameo, we do have a minimum of a fucking A cup, by the way. For the record. Reno the Turk for 2. Fantastic Four is literally Marvel's new first steps. Hail Az.
Hi.
Snorky Worlds for 20 pounds. Hail Friday Night Tights. Hope you all are well. I'm White and Ginger 52.
What's so funny? I don't get it.
Maybe it's just how I said it, maybe. I'm White and Ginger 52 and just getting into animation. Would you mind if I can use clips to animate? As if you up for a pint, I'm down the road.
I haven't touched alcohol in nearly 2.5 years, but thank you.
Well, maybe it'll help. Ryan, Condor Man. Thank you, Snorky Worlds.
That's just such a great start. I'm white and ginger. It's like, oh.
I'm white and ginger.
I'm white and ginger and 52, and I'm sort of like, okay, where are we going with this? And I'm willing to meet Beau DeMayo right now.
And like long walks on the beach.
Play it.
Like children, long walks on the beach, and cuddles at night.
I did Marvel fire me. So it's play it for a buck. Speaking of titties and ass, search for as and titties on Rumble. Gun Plorazzi for 199. Hail as, build some Gundams, please.
Oh, it's too risky a rabbit hole. I'm in balls deep in too many rabbit holes right now. Gundam might be a step too far.
Ronan the Crusader for $50. Thank you, Ronan. Day 2 of MegaCon is in full swing. Got to meet the GOAT Eric July again, as well as most of the G&G crew. Jeremy, I will see you tomorrow, you big fig. And if by any chance Gary's watching, we miss you, brother. God bless. Thank you, Ronan.
Say hi to Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey, Chris.
Missed you.
What?
I can't hear you.
Hello. Just lie to her about everyone.
Well played, Krista.
Hello. What I was gonna say before I was interrupted by another female on the stream was like pretty much every single person I talked to today at MegaCon, because I was there. I was there for a couple hours at the booth meeting people. Almost every single person wanted us to, pass on well wishes and thoughts and prayers and everything to Gary and Melissa and the whole family.
Absolutely.
So regardless of whether Gary is or is not watching, there's a lot of love here in Orlando for you. Everybody obviously wishes that you could be here, but obviously all the circumstances, it's awful, but everybody's thinking about him. So
I talked to Gary yesterday, and he sounded exhausted. And so I told him, I was like, dude, please don't worry about FNT. Like, please, like, we got it. Please, out of sight, out of mind. Focus on what you have to. And but I do know that he was very appreciative of all the support online. So everybody's been super, super awesome from that perspective. So yeah, he'll be back soon. He'll be back soon for sure. But I know he does appreciate it. So good stuff, man. Shout out to the fellowship.
yes, 100%. Let's see. USAID. USAID is sending some Streamlabs donations.
How many billion is it?
Could you imagine if we were getting all these super chats from USAID over the years, and then all this shit happens, and all these channels would be like, "Oh shit!"
George the Giant Slayer ended up being
USAID.
USA, you have a beautiful soul. USA, man, has a beautiful soul. Great organization. We appreciate the super chat.
Appreciate the 21 billion there. Thank you so much.
Gary, $100. USAID for $100.
Yeah. USAID did send a 5-part $125 total super chat over on Streamlabs. They know the jig's up. The cards are about to be canceled.
Get the money out the door quick.
Yeah, quick. Tomorrow we're getting locked out of the building.
Miss Kinnell's taxpayer-funded gender realignment care will cease until further notice. Please use the below YouTube link for a do-it-yourself vaginal irrigation techniques and nipple soreness care options. This message will self-destruct in 7, 6, 5. All right.
41%.
This message is to notify Mr. Jeremy Prime that all taxpayer funding towards his not-for-profit closeted gays for Hamas will no longer be honored. For any questions, please contact Big Balls. This message is to inform Mrs. X-Ray Girl that until further notice, all taxpayer funding for her not-for-profit Happy Endings on YouTube and Kentucky Fried Dogs will no longer be honored.
God damn it! I was going to expand and include gators.
This message is to notify Mr. 1/4 Black Garrett that until further notice, all taxpayer funds for his not-for-profit, give me some money, damn it, will be stopped.
Damn it.
This message is to notify Mr. Comics Division that until further notice, all taxpayer funding for his not-for-profit, baseball umpires are wrong, no man with 4 balls can walk, will be immediately suspended. These messages will self-destruct in 9, 8, 7, so on. Thank you, USAID.
Thank you, USAID. We appreciate your support over the years and helping get these channels so successful. And I'm sure nobody will clip that.
Not
the last ones that we'll get. The last ones we'll ever get from them. Let's see. JB's spooky review for 2. Can't wait for Friday Night Trump, led by Jeremy. That was before the stream started, so.
Damn, I should have brought Trump up more.
Yeah. Messasone gives 5 Nerdrotic memberships. Thank you, Messasone. Bacon Head Eating for Fun gives 5 Nerdrotic memberships. Thank you. The Grand Duke for 10. Chrissy, damn it. If you got the Netflix treatment, who would they recast you with? Love you, Red. Obviously Zendaya.
Yes. Accurate.
Southeastern Kaiju for 5. Have some gas, Odin.
Thanks.
Shut up and
Shoot
drive.
yourself, queer.
R.I.P. ripped on.
I like how it's changed lanes so we can't see him get overtaken anymore.
It'd be like a Abraham Zucker movie, and then the background just changes every time he kind of comes off and comes back. He's on the moon. There's fucking cowboys and Indians just like fucking fighting in the
It's on a
background.
roller coaster.
Yeah, it's
Naked Gun. Fucking love that movie.
Nice on Police Squad.
Kelly
Odin
Toon.
Hammer.
Kelly Tunes for 10. First time super chat because I'm so excited to meet some of you tomorrow, particularly Disparu, who's entertained my wife and I for so long, and Jeremy, whose Trump support makes this old man glad. Hey, Kelly, we'll see you at MegaCon tomorrow. It'll be awesome.
Met everyone at the Ripper
And
booth
Disparu
yesterday.
can entertain your wife more.
Little girl on girl action.
Steven Carusone
Popular niche.
for $20. I turned 30 today and learned the bozos I was arguing Gamergate with on Twitter in 2014 were truly feds. What other revelations are in store for my future? Jeremy is straight. Ryan's forehead is a prosthetic. Shocking stuff.
Yeah, we live in a weird timeline right now.
We do.
The best timeline.
Yeah.
Nikos Knights. Nikos Knight. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. But thank you, Nikos, for 10. USAID not only funded the entire Ukrainian Nazi media, they also funded the BBC $3.2 million. Wasn't the British people's money enough? Let's hope Keir Starmer gets Zelensky cursed like Trudeau.
We stopped paying for it. We were more surprised you guys volunteered.
Yeah. Wilhelm, I hear a scream somewhere. Yeah, gives 5 Rumble subscriptions over on the Rumble side. Thank you to our people hanging out over on Rumble. Dark Schwartz Rising for $20. Greatest DGAF, what? Don't give a fuck ad reads ever. Keep it coming. I feel like I gave a fuck. I feel like I was into it, actually. Oh.
Yeah, he talked about misinformation coffee and everything.
$17.75. And I even, when the ad told me to show coffee, I showed the coffee. So
that's mug, Ryan.
I know I don't actually have 17.75 coffee because it's a Gary text.
You've ruined the illusion.
Yeah. Indeed. Those people aren't watching anymore. Randy G for $20, for 20 euros, sorry, for Perry Chan. Love you long time. Need a mashup with 6XXX8 trailer and Boots reading a 28 years later. Maybe some Inglorious, etc. Please do your magic. If that 6888 is the most Netflix, roast that biatch proper. Thank you, Randy. Mr. Wayne for $1.99. As is back. Love it. Cheers, mate.
Will he be back again, though? That's the question.
Fuck no.
Gotta respect that.
I wanted to do the Captain African American stream at Mola beat me to it. So
Norm Al Man for Canadian 10. The problem I have with the thing is Fantastic Four trailers' his voice. Where's the gravelly Brooklyn accent?
Yeah,
it isn't Ben Grimm without it. Mm-hmm. They got the accent. They just don't, obviously it doesn't sound like it's coming from a rock, right? Just kind of sounds like what it would sound like before he transformed. That's what it sounds like to me, at least. Craig Morning for $5. 1/4 Black's Airbnb money went directly into USAID funding of a Planny Dance Theater.
Dude, I thought you were joking about that.
So did I.
No, I'm not dumb.
You say you're not dumb or you're that dumb?
No, he's
I'm that dumb.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, because you are dumb. I was like, you're very dumb.
I don't deny.
Oh, wait, and I was like, explain this to me. And he's like, yeah, I didn't check the reviews. I didn't really check that. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
how does somebody pull that off on Airbnb? That is so weird.
And why? They don't get money.
I was just utterly shocked. And I was like, oh my god, I hope he's not dead.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Look who's here!
Hi!
What is this?
Hello, FNT people.
Hello.
How you doing, brother?
I am all right, mate. How are you guys?
Just arrived. Ready for
You know,
MegaCon?
See you guys both wearing black shirts in front of a bed gives off very gay vibes.
Oh, they look like Siamese twins.
Don't worry, I'm going to deal with that one
Next to
later.
each other, they're sharing earphones.
They got what? Two heads, one dick.
Who's the big spoon and who's the little spoon?
Well, we like to vary it up, you know.
Hey, listen,
We're
man.
flexible.
You got to lean into the internet memes. Might as well. Reality, right?
You're going to be leaning into a lot tonight.
The worst was when Ryan was in my at my studio and he put the Star Wars hat on and the Geeks and Gamers hoodie, and then I sat beside him. That was a terrible meme right there.
That was the gayest shit we've ever done. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Drinking with his
been a lot of gay
glasses
shit
on.
done.
Drinking with his glasses on, looking so happy, and Jerry's just like, you could tell who was the big spoon. I'm just
Man, I'm just happy I'm not staring at the inside of a fucking airplane, man. I've been doing that all day.
How long have you been in the air today?
Staring at the bottom of a river.
13 hours, and he rolls right in here to jump on FNT. You got to respect it. So
Yeah, I mean, it could be
Never
worse. I mean, your
Yeah.
Airbnb could be a ditch.
it could be.
Yeah,
Are you
could be.
familiar with this 1/4 Black story?
Is that actually true? I thought
Yes,
That's
he's
true,
that fucking
yeah.
stupid. He's that fucking stupid. He got an Airbnb, didn't look at the reviews, didn't look at the host, and just paid them all the fucking money. And it was literally nothing.
Wow.
What an
I
idiot.
trust people, okay?
Well, man, I'll let you get settled, man. So
Yeah,
appreciate
cool,
you hopping on. All right,
problem.
I'll see you in a bit, man. All right, later, man. All right, critical drinker, everybody. Hail to the drinker. All right, good stuff. All right, there's your cameo. There's your cameo. All right.
What up?
Yeah, I would have went for a while.
That's what she said.
Aegon the Based for $125. yen, whatever fuck that is. Look at Odin. Unbothered, moisturized, happy in his lane, focused, flourishing. In danger of being gayer than Jeremy and Ryan combined in the same room.
Oh, shit.
Albert, not a retro for Canadian $10. Superman and Fantastic Four, the two comics I could care less about, even if Joe Shuster was born in Toronto. P.S. Sorry, Canucks, booed your anthem. The Orange Man can suck it, but Americans in general are good folks. Well, I mean, Canadians are retarded, so I get why they boo our anthem. I would never boo Oh Canada.
Oh my god.
This looks fake.
Oh, I know.
Oh, man.
We got someone photoshopped together to try and make you guys look as gay as possible.
That is mega gay. That is mega gay.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
The fact that Jeremy had two of those hats and two of those fucking shirts.
More than two now.
Part.
So I have more than two now.
Jeremy's saying, right, so I
Solo
just
lost
reviewed the
money.
video of
Raylos are weird.
Oh, no.
Oh, you guys made it gayer.
Fuck Naughty Dog, and we will talk to you later.
That was perfect timing, though.
Like,
oh god, I want to use the F slur so bad.
That's what I mean. Like, we could have fucked each other in the ass, Jeremy, and this would have been bad.
You know, Ryan, you had the option of saying no.
Yeah,
Jeremy looks like he immediately regretted it as well. It's like we should not have done that.
Dude, 100%. I'm regretting ever starting a YouTube channel at this moment in time because we had to watch this. I'm looking back on every decision I've ever made that led me to this point in life and wondering, I fucked up.
It was all your idea for me to put those on, though.
I know it was.
Dude, I've heard
buckets.
Fucking what? God, I've never print screened something so fucking quick in all my life.
Yeah.
Now in my file is gay boys.
One of the few live streams that's actually public on my channel, I think.
Dude, that's the kind of shit that Beau DeMayo fucking pays money for.
Pretty much. Like I said, if Beau DeMayo had a video like that out there, I wouldn't like blame Marvel for firing him. You know what I mean? Darkwing JV over on the Rumble side for $10. Hail FNT. Love to Gary. Bryce Dallas Howard and Agent Argyle. She had that baby. Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard's had baby weight for like fucking 5 years. It ain't the baby weight at that point. And tried to make us believe she could kick butt. Her stunt double was 20 pounds lighter than her. Terrible movie.
I take exception at that. They were about 40 pounds lighter.
Oh. Arm 541 VE. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. For $10, Shad deserves a raise. His AI of Az is so lifelike.
I'll be working on it.
The Last Wolf over on Rumble. As an amateur fighter, I have bouts lined up this year. Question is, how many on the panel want to hear the FNT theme song as a walkout? Well, look, like, as long as you don't get fucking knocked out, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool, though. Last Wolf. That'd be pretty cool. Aaron Pipes for $5. OMG, Jeremy's in charge. Does that mean we're going to watch homemade, male-centric adult movies?
I feel like you just kind of watched one.
Yeah,
you kind of did, yeah. Kind of did.
Aided Clock for 10. Hey, someone should look into how much U.S. aid funding these Jurassic Parks are getting. Albert, not a retro for 5. Hopefully, Chrissy will hear this time. Nope, she's gone. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Mayor, for doing that vid on Asa Akira and David Coe supporting statutory Grape of Boys. Thank you, Chrissy, for that. I'm unfamiliar with her work. Marty, for $10. I'm one of those odd alien Jurassic Park nerds, and it breaks my heart what they've done to Jurassic Park. How can you not write a slasher-style story about a plane boat crash on the Isla Sorna, Nublar, or something? We get big dinosaurs. Bigger dinosaurs. Drake Timber Shaft for $5. Pedro as Pepe Le Pew. Chrissy, don't give Hollywood ideas. Judah for $10. The only thing that shifted is how scared the mob is getting because they know we, normal people, have had enough. We're willing to fight for our rights and call them out on all their BS. Thanks, Judah. RSC Elman for $5. Saw a new horror movie recently that has sex, gore, and great characters. Wait, never mind. That was the 4K release of Hellraiser. This is for Gary. Thanks, RSC Elman. Andrew for 10 on Streamlabs. Have you guys seen the fan animation of Zamot Animation? Hold on. Have you guys seen the fan animation by Zamot Animation on YouTube of Hulk versus Saitama? It's only 15 minutes. You guys should definitely watch. See what the fans can do. Thanks, Andrew.
Check that out.
Cool. Yeah.
That's been true of a lot of things. Like Astartes was so good, he then got hired to make another one by the actual studio. So
nice.
Lots of fan stuff was good.
Albert Not a Retro for 10 Canadian dollars. Anyone more interested in the negative zone than Sue's erogenous zones? Is a homosexual Alicia Cuthbert. Hold on. There should be a fucking period in there, Canadian. Anyone more interested in the negative zone than Sue's erogenous zones is a homosexual. Period. Alicia Cuthbert should have played Sue back in 2005. She looked more like her, and Alba stunk in the role. Marty for $5. Disparu, quote, they'd have to do a human story, which I don't think is their strong suit. Where's my fainting couch?
It feels weird to have super chats read coherently. I don't know what galaxy are we in right now. I don't like it, and I'm very uncomfortable. So
I told you it's a weird timeline.
This is a weird timeline. I will agree.
It is strange. J Chain for us or for 199 finally got the Azosaurus. Thank you. Judah for 5. Does Shad Hat hold on? Does Shad Hat Liberty Limu Emu?
I don't know what they meant.
Sounds like having a stroke.
Limu emu.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say no. I hope that helps.
Hey, all the emails want to do is deliver insurance to your country, Shad.
Miner Zircon, $2 rant
commercial here in the States, dude. Don't worry about it.
I'm so happy my pineapple-loving brother Az is here. Sad.
God. Fucking Yellow Flash clicked out a picture of me and Drinker. It looks so fucking gay. God.
Also, Siamese twins.
I told you, man.
In the background, it's
bed and everything.
Also,
and you decided to move to one side just so the bed was more visible.
It's so fucking gay.
And you did the right thing by offering him the earbud that you offered him, but then he put it in the ear.
The wrong ear.
Y'all look so happy on your honeymoon.
So happy together.
We should make you lean in on him.
Everyone has AIDS. AIDS.
Oh.
It's like he's got his left hand on your ass and you're really happy about it.
Oh, he's one of those puppets. It's like sitting on his knee.
On or in?
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Forever now. There forever.
Okay. I know. All right. Does Shad Hat Liberty? That's what he was trying to say. But but he said does Shad Hat instead of does Shad have. So
sorry, I couldn't read your mind.
Do I have liberty? Considering that Australia just recently passed a new hate speech law, that our free speech is now really just completely screwed. No, our liberty in Australia is getting undermined more and more. So we're doing great over here.
Yep.
Not only is there a new hate speech law, but they also added a law that you have to add an R to the end of the word law, which makes it more impossible to say.
That's just
a new hate speech law. You say it that way.
It's because we're Australians. We love butchering as many languages as possible.
All right.
I thought you were going to say
I thought you were going to say
why we dumped them on an island.
I thought you were going to say something else. Half-shaved bridge kitten with a $10 rant. As coming back killed Gary? No, not quite. Tyrannus Cygnus for 2. You all rock. As is a boss. I was hoping he would say something else. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5.
We don't like compliments around here that much. So.
As in Disparu are the duality of the British man.
Yeah, boy. One with hair, one without.
Hey, I'll be you soon. A few more years.
Rick Martell for 10. Welcome back, Az. I was getting tired of these soy boys.
Rick Martell? The model, Rick Martell?
I'm going to say the M word. I'm going to do it right now.
B-Chain for $20. Galaxy's Edge is finally marketing Luke Skywalker, but he looks like a woman. Amazing. They hired Mark Hamill to walk around the park in person. She's so stunning. All the love to Gary and his family. Cheers all.
Mm-hmm.
Simon for 10 pounds, for 10 euros. My mistake. Pedro Pascal appeases the DEI gods publicly again and again, same as Bill Burr. Their reward, a whole spread of roles in TV shows they didn't get before. Kiss the ass of DEI and get ahead. LFNT.
He brings his trans sister onto the red carpet and shit.
Bebop for $20. Odin, do you concur?
Indeed.
Bebop for 20. I don't know if these were out of order or not, but it says, Ryan, try wearing a hat. Backwards, no earrings, though. That's Figgy.
Okay. Like figgy pudding?
I mean,
Probably
the gayest thing about that super chat was asking Ryan how to dress, dude. Yeah, it'd be gay if you did this with an earring, but I'd like to see you in, like, I don't know, fucking high heels. You know? But don't put an earring in, that'd be fucking gay, innit?
It's 2 shades away from, he puts the lotion in the basket.
Jackson loves Nintendo. Jeremy puts the mayo in Beau.
Oh no!
Oh God! Someone's gonna write that fan fiction now.
That was funny.
Grant Turnbull for $25 over on the Streamlabs side says, "I'm a lot like Jeremy, unfortunately." So when I heard him talk about how much he loves Interstellar, I decided to give it a second chance. It was still shit. It was so shit. I threw both my Crocs at the TV and soiled my pre-torn jeans. Then I smashed a 6-pack of non-alcoholic beer.
Favorite movie of all time.
Cody Gray for $5.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, you are gay. Fuck.
Yeah, 100%.
Wait, what did you say? I didn't hear.
Favorite movie of all time, Interstellar.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it. Cody Gray for $5. Condolences to the Nerdrotic fam. Sending prayers. Anyone up for booze tonight? Plenty of time to pregame for tomorrow. I may or may not go to that Universal After Hours thing for MegaCon, so we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of people are heading out to that. I am not going to be there. Tomorrow's going to be a long day, so we're just going to hang out and chill, and get ready. But a lot of people are going to be at that Universal After Party thing tonight.
Emersario for $10. Thanks for the fun and for raising Az from the dead. Best wishes to Gary. Thank you, Emersario. UF Gator, University of Florida Gator for 20. Here's some love for Quarter Black. My wife is now in the mood. Thanks, Az.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
TJ
then.
Jordan for 2. This is the first FNT without Gary, but Az is here. The Troc for $5. Ryan should read super chats instead of the mentally challenged Gary stuttering through them. Welcome back from the dead, Az.
Thank you.
TJ Jordan for 2. Odin's new "I'm driving here" headline.
That should be your kind of like gimmick. Just go driving every Friday Night Tights. It adds some production value to the show.
Yeah, but then they'd have to turn up.
I'm still worried that he's gonna crash.
Been showing up. Where have you been?
Not showing up.
Christian Denzler for 10. Welcome back, Az, and all the best to Gary.
Oh.
Let's see. Fiesta Cat for 5. Somehow Az's forehead isn't as shiny or distracting as Ryan's forehead.
Look at this fucking thing here. Look. Everywhere I move, it's fucking there. Like, come on. That's a fucking ring light that won't go away. Come on, now.
Drowning Clown for 10. Hail to
I
Jeremy.
can't see it now. I'm just staring at it.
It's like a fucking red dot in Predator. It just ain't fucking going, you know?
It looks like you put makeup on to make it shiny.
Blob and Tipex on the top of the head.
Drowning Clown for 10. Hail to Jeremy for helping out a brother in need. Respect to the panel for holding down the fort in Gary's absence. Godspeed to the fellowship. Thank you, Drowning Clown.
I would like to just, since everybody expected me to talk about Trump, President Trump just banned drag shows targeting children at the Kennedy Center in D.C. To punish them for doing so previously, Trump has dissolved the board and appointed himself the chairman. Fucking fantastic. Holy base.
Like, who's going to lead it? Me?
Fucking awesome, dude.
About fucking time.
The coolest shit ever. Like, that's called leadership right there.
Yeah, now do that everywhere else.
There you go. There you go.
He just leads everything across the entire nation.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure 5. Savvy is just here to pick up her husband, who spent the night with Jeremy. This guy for Canadian 5, sending best wishes to Gary. Glad to see Elon railing DEI harder than Jeremy's Tuesday night with his Trump body pillow. John Underwood for $20. Well wishes for Gary. And I do think possibly Fantastic Four may do better than Superman. Definitely better than Jurassic Park. Well wishes for Gary. Well, I think you might have copied this one twice, or maybe he typed that twice. But thank you for the well wishes for Gary, John. Appreciate it, man. Gavin Free None for 5. Odin, I'm behind you. I've been trying to overtake you for 20 minutes now. Move.
Dude, that white Bronco meme was my favorite meme. That was great, dude. That was really good.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. After buying the fake Airbnb, Quarterblack Garrett proceeded to send money to Brad Pitt's mom for his medical bills. Brad Pitt
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Yeah, he also got a few emails from a Nigerian prince as well that he's wiring money to.
It's okay if I lost the money for the
was it
B&B.
Brad Pitt?
Bro, that stupid, dumb fucking cunt deserved to lose every penny she had if she fell for that.
Do you think the same about Quarterblack?
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Why would you even ask that question?
I just wanted to.
I didn't check the reviews for an Airbnb. Like, what the fuck?
Did they at least have like photos of the house or something, or at least fake
it had
photos? I mean,
photos
was
of
it just a
fucking place.
ditch?
A house. Yeah.
It was Brad Pitt in front of the house. That's what it was.
That's why I thought it was trustworthy.
I need the money to pay off
Lovely
my taxes.
two-story house. This is a picture of a dish. 3 bedrooms, 2-car garage.
Please, I need money. I need money for a house and everything.
My favorite thing about it is that guy gets no money, which means he's just doing it to piss people off. That's the only thing he gets. It's just to troll people.
I respect it.
There's probably some people that don't go through the thing of like actually trying to get the refunds back, whatever. So it probably works enough.
He's in it for the love of the game. I
He doesn't even see your reaction. He just knows it's happened.
Hey, was the host name Big Balls by chance?
Tesla loving LLC.
Now I just want to find a vacant lot, take pictures, and then upload it to Airbnb. It's a rental.
What was the name of the account, QBG? Was it US AIDS?
Homer in sweatpants for 5. So excited to see Az again.
No.
I don't know if it has anything to do with his name or if it's just happenstance, but Butter Biscuit for 2 on Rumble. I don't care what you guys say. That was my favorite G&G moment. I think it was the first time Ryan and Jeremy did a stream in person together. Ryan was doing the fuck Naughty Dog stuff. It was fantastic.
It was fun. It was fun.
Long time
I
ago.
will say, Az has got his
Yeah.
shit figured out. Az has got it figured out. He's taking the approach that we say about Disney Star Wars. Because like usually on Friday Night Tights, Naz knows this. Comment section's full of everybody telling us how fucking awful we all are, except for Gary. Now all of a sudden there was like, I really love Az. He's great. Hang around here for a couple more weeks, buddy. We'll see how that goes in the comment section.
That's what I'm gone again. I'm gone now.
It's like the Homer meme. He just comes in and out of the hedge.
I'll be back with Superman. No, stop it. Yeah, I know. It's all right.
Gigs 2 on Rumble for $20. As bad as it gets, Jeremy, just think a quarter black and be thankful.
That's right. That's right.
Yarmoth for 10. Like Gavin McGinnis always says, my dick is tiny. Oh, no, sorry. DC is just Hollywood for ugly people. Thank you, Yarmoth. War Machine with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, War Machine. Some Norwegian guy gifted a Rumble subscription. Thank you. Gene the Revenant for 5. No special message this week. Just a small token of thanks to some good folks who help keep the intrusive thoughts at bay.
Yeah. Hang in there, bud.
Burn for 5. Big Balls is being reinstated to fighting Zoomers. Go get them, boys. Give those agencies a real licking. Thanks, Burn. Green Blossom for 2. Fucking pronouns! Modern day Californian shit! Shite! I don't know what the fuck he said. Derek PG Beller for a rant for $1. Look up Skillet's bass new song, All That Matters. Calls out BLM and Kenosha riots and has a line, so just leave the kids alone. Ali Sharagi for Canadian 5. I know spreading hatred and bigotry and inducing racism and misogyny is not easy work. Keep up the good work. Atomic Patriot for 2, and that's getting clipped. Edwin, happy DK month. Thank you, Edwin. Big fan of Donkey Kong. Jeremiah Hembry for 5. We have another win. PlayStation of America is being shut down because they got a new president that is from Japan. A new president? Well, thank you, Jeremiah. Trevor N for 5.
If that's true, I really would like that to be true. Because PlayStation in fucking California, they have fucked up that fucking place.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not.
No.
Trevor N for 5. Where's the panel located at the con? Can't wait to see y'all at the meetup tomorrow. We are in Theater 3 in the North Concourse on the 2nd level. So right up the escalators. Theater 3.
Plan is not going to live stream the panel. We're going to live stream after. We're going to record the panel from different perspectives, have that uploaded to the main Geeks and Gamers channel as soon as possible. And then we're live streaming the meetup tomorrow night as well. So 2 live streams on the main Geeks and Gamers channel tomorrow. One of us going around the con and the other for the meetup.
Arjex for check 200. Quarter black gets easily cheated out of his money. The 3/4 are in prison. Emilio with 5 gifted memberships.
I'm convinced. That looks real to me.
Okay, Quarter black. I retract everything I said. That looks legit, bro. I can totally see why you just was like, reviews? Who cares? Like, take my money. So, yeah.
I just love how they've cut around him quite well, and then his legs are just missing at the bottom.
Those are the best.
Hey, I didn't know we had that in common, Quarter Black.
They did all this work, and then the legs.
Great job, Shmoo.
Good job.
Emilio with 5 gifted Nerdrotic membership.
Emilio.
Thank you, Emilio. Let's see. Eric K for 5. If this is an origin story, the whole cast is 10 to 20 years too old. Pedro's a terrible casting. Norrin Rad is Silver Surfer, period. Hard pass. As I told you before on a different stream, Eric, this is not an origin story. They're an established Fantastic Four team. Now, I do think there's going to be flashbacks to things that happen, but it's not an origin story in that type.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. Okay, so they're starting it out of the gate with them being
They're an established team, yeah. Simon Ho, Fantastic Four. Thing looks like the tip of a penis. Thanks.
I've seen pictures. I've had pictures sent to me during the stream of what is exactly going over Manhattan. And
oh yeah. The Singing Bush for 5. I knew it. They'll make the Fantastic Four with a flaming torch. Total Life for €2. It starts off like a Norman Bates movie. Is Starry Azul for $1.99? Is Kirby a Transformer? Looks like it. Vanessa Kirby. You guys are getting fucking like wild when you're like Vanessa Kirby, like, oh, that looks like a man. Fuck. And anti-pattern with a $5 rant. Pedro needs to shave his Dirty Sanchez. Minor Zircon for $1. Los Cuatro Fantásticos. C Black for $1. Fantastic Four equals 1 billion. The Incredibles are the Fantastic Four. Richard for $5. Fantastic Four looks boring. I'd rather rewatch the video of my wife cheating on me with a couple of black people from the neighborhood.
Wow.
Speaking of, Jay's half Haitian son for $2. Dad, where art thou? Tom Latan for $5. Pedro Pascal's actual last name is Balmaceda, a Basque name that is part of the old aristocracy in Chile. There's even a president, Balmaceda. Hey. Darth Gavel for $5. Jurassic Park 9, Texan Buffet. The Dude for $5. Stop by to say hail and send condolences to Gary and his family. You guys rock. Raylos are weird. Solo lost money.
Yes.
Damn right. Southeastern Kaiju for $5. The further the Jurassic franchise gets from Michael Crichton's books, the worse the movies get. Judah for $2. The scene worked because they were driving to it. Reno the Turk for $2. Can't talk about Jurassic Park without mentioning Open Bar 129. Southeastern Kaiju for $2. 1993, Jurassic Park was groundbreaking in its trans message. Yeah, all the dinosaurs are female, but life finds a way.
Indeed.
Argex for 500 check. Knowing Pedro, there's no stick to give Fantastic Four. The Biv for $2. It's the Rankosaurus sucks. Nice. Jason Yankovic for $2. At this point, just add Godzilla and Kong. Mr. Fishnicks for $2 on Rumble. In the First Steps trailer, does anyone else think Pedro Pascal looks like a Mexican Walt Disney, or is that just me? Kind of. Eric K for $2. Make Emu Park the most dangerous animal in the world. Thundercat for $5. At least the Lost World Jurassic Park gave us the best character credit of all time with Unlucky Bastard. Fucking hilarious. Grand Potato for $1.99. Women math. Vault 95 for $5. Wait, did Jurassic World and Fantastic Four have the same soundtrack in both trailers? No. It would be great if they went Jurassic World at the very end, but they didn't. Snacks for $5. Coming soon, Jurassic Universe. Dinosaurs in space. E-Ben for gifts of membership. Grand Potato for $5. Dinosaur is boring. Lost World is my favorite Jurassic Park movie. Sam U. Ray for $2. The Incredibles is more Fantastic Four than this. Jesus de Villa gives a membership. Thunderstorm for $5. Captain Woke Lost Falcon has a white falcon. Apparently, they mock throughout the film. I hope not. It's bad enough. No, it's not a white falcon. It's Latino falcon. Dr. Peanut Von Doom on Streamlabs. I shall shave the mustache off Pedro to find out if Caucasian Reed Richards is under there. Did not see the silver she-male bringing Galactus to dinner time. In the Squirrel Empire of Latveria, the emus ensure only one ideology reigns. Mine! Smooth the DJ gives some membership. Thank you, Smooth. Matthew Hammond on Streamlabs for $3. Did you see Elon bought back Elez to Doge after a Wall Street Journal writer with ties to USA tried to cancel him by digging in bold tweets? We did talk about that, Matthew Hammond. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure 5. Never forget that Disney obtained the rights to Indiana Jones and decided to make a movie where Indy goes back in time to save Hitler. Thanks, KK. Deuce Ex Macchiato for $2. Bricked up is the proper term. For the thing's boner. Judah for $2. When Invisible Girl eat, you can't see the food. Maybe that's true. Gavin Free Nunn for $5. The thing fapping is rock on rock violence. Flash the Mystic for $5. I retreat from the Freedom Tunes unedited horror interview. Thanks for being here. Shindo versus $5 in One Piece. Luffy can blow into his thumb and inflate his fist. Richards does this too. Nogarde for $5. Donald Trump, JD Vance, and Elon Musk all endorse big balls. Jellord Games for $2. Big balls, the second coming. Graphweb for $2. Hashtag canceled Disney Plus. Grand Potato for $1.99. Sevi's husband sharing now. TJ Jordan for $5. It's surprising how great the casting is in People vs. OJ Simpson, except OJ himself. Gooding Jr. isn't bad, but he just doesn't scream OJ.
I agree
Burn
with
for
that.
5. Let's all thank Obama for creating Doge so Trump could use it within the proper legal framework to legally access all agencies. Thanks, Obama. Albert Not a Rich for 5. Some balls are held for charity and some for fancy dress, but when they're held for pleasure, they're the balls that I like best. Piston Burner for $1 on rant. Deport Drinker. TJ Jordan for 5. After watching season 5 of 24 and season 2 of House MD, I truly miss the old school way of TV. We truly had it good back then and just didn't know it. We were spoiled. Albert Not a Retro for 5. My balls are always bouncing to the left and to the right. It's my belief that my big balls should be held every night. Albert Not a Retro for 2. I'm not paying an extra $10 for that. How many more? We are almost done. Hold on. I'm almost there. Albert Not a Retro. I said that 7-7 for 5. A, play the new video. Cat Williams versus a heckler. TJ Jordan for 2. I miss when only the Jurassic Park trilogy existed. DeBrew That Do for 5 on Rumble. I was told Az was dead. Wait, I was also told Jeremy died recently. I'm starting to think you guys may not be being honest with us. Darth Gallo for 5. Hail Ryan, please tell Odin his turn signal's been on for the past 30 minutes.
Damn it, Odin.
Trump on Streamlabs. I've signed an executive order to outlaw shills and any handouts for reviewers. This includes early access and plane rides, especially for the fake news and incredibly cringe and loser YouTubers Crazy Kathy currently hands stuff out to for Lucasfilm. The Great John Doerr for 5. Please keep my dog Molly in your prayers. Kidney failure. Vet has to put her to sleep tomorrow. She's a good dog. Had her ears scratched by Senator Cotton of Arkansas once and made friends everywhere she went. That sucks.
That sucks. Sorry to hear
Prayers
that.
for you and the family and the doggo.
Yep.
Something Ryan would say on Streamlabs. I like the new 1960s based Fantastic Four trailer, mainly because Black Panther would have to sit at the back of the bus. Thank you. Cindy Downs for 2, who will be live tomorrow at the event. Well, we just talked about it, Sydney, so hopefully we'll get you your answer. Jurassic Park 4 will feature Gorlachosaur. Chris Nicholson for 10. So many awesome people in one place. I'm incredibly tempted to hop a flight to Orlando tomorrow morning. You all have a blast. Prayers to Gary and the Nerdrotic family. Thank you, Chris. Titty Smacker. Where's Beardo? Invite him, then kick him out. Yeah, maybe. Titty Smacker for $1 says, I agree with my girlfriend. Anonymous for $25 on Streamlabs. I stumbled onto a non-wokeified alternative to 40K. Check out Starglaive by Raja Seema. The book is hilarious. Hail the fans. Screw GW. Games Workshop. And not so friendly for Aussie 5. They need to give up on Jurassic Park, start the Dinosaurs Attack from Mars Attack universe. And that is it. We're all caught up.
I think this is the first time this has happened.
Wow. Let's freaking go.
Speed round.
Quarter Black Garrett, where can they find you so that they can scam you out of money?
It'll be under the Universal Bridge. There's a bridge there. If you have $1, please give it to me. I need it very badly. Other than that, I'll be at MegaCon tomorrow, just hanging out. And come check it out if you're in the area.
There we go. Odin, since this is the first time you've been at the end of a show, this is where we plug our channels and things like that. So, Odin, where can they find you?
I've been here at the end of most shows recently. I'm currently 178 miles north.
But you're usually watching it, Odin. That's just the problem.
Go ahead, Odin.
I'm currently 178 miles north of Jasper, making my way downtown, walking fast.
My way down.
I'm in OMB Reviews.
You going to be at MegaCon
I'm in
tomorrow?
OMB Reviews, and I'll see y'all at MegaCon tomorrow. No, I'm just driving down for my health. So,
Okay, well,
MegaCon
hey,
tomorrow.
Listen, it helped
Can't
you
wait.
be on the stream for the first time the whole show, so we appreciate it.
I hate you so much.
X-Ray Girl, what massage parlor will you be at tomorrow?
Wow.
None, I think.
Angel
Look,
touch.
good
Why are
job.
you sounding
Angel
so
touch.
unsure? I was like, maybe.
Yesterday was
Something long. It's very long. Anyways, I'll be around MegaCon doing all the things he mentioned earlier. Nerdrotic Live. We'll be live tomorrow with the Nerdrotic crew that is here. So that includes Garrett and Perry Chan on the floor. So if you want to see that, go to that channel.
Nice.
And that'll be in the morning. And then, of course, all the stuff they said. And I can't wait to see y'all.
That's right. Yesterday, right before you got with us, the group, I was just like, can we just find a random Asian chick and just call her X-ray girl so we could go? You know, just
see if anyone notices.
Yeah. What else happened when we arrived? It was myself, Quarter Black, and Perry, and he goes, "Diversity is here."
and we were late. So
And we were late. I do have one super chat here. Mike Humsmells for $2 says it's over already.
Wait, can you say that again?
I missed it.
Who said it? Who sent that?
Not repeating that.
Disparu.
Yeah, we've got Saucy Saturdays with X-Ray Girl and Wicked tomorrow live. Then obviously the meetup. That should be fun. Had a great time on Thursday meeting everyone at the Ripper booth. So yeah, looking forward to the meetup. It's always the best part about it, meeting everyone.
Yep. The legend, the Silverback. When are you gonna be back next week, buddy?
What, on here?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Great to have Az back. How you doing, brother? Where can they find you?
I have been on this show the exact amount of time that Odin has today, and I've still been on more this whole year than he has.
You were done professionally.
More this whole year than fucking Odin has combined. It's been great to come back for a show. I really have. I do, and I mean this 100% gay. Have missed you all, and it is great to be still the only person that ever does Friday night tights at night.
It's awesome having you back.
You can catch me on my channel doing shit. You know.
Awesome having you back, brother. Comics Division.
Well, you can find me on my channel, Comics Division, as well as Twitter at Comics Division. And tonight, my chat demands me to play Veilguard, so we've been calling it Failguard Fridays. So catch me at 10 p.m. Central, streaming a really shitty video game that is boring as fuck. So anyway,
painful.
It completely is painful. As good seeing you, man. Take care, everyone. Have fun in Orlando. See you guys.
Appreciate you, man. Shad.
Yeah, same old stuff. Got stuff on Shadowversity, testing out some of the things in Kingdom Come Deliverance in real life. Got a video coming out on Monday about that.
What, sodomizing a 15-year-old boy?
No, we're not testing that part out. What was that part out?
That is a fucking bold
boundaries.
move. I'm just saying.
You know, we go places. And also, weekly live stream on Night's Watch, the Culture Crusade. We have a blast on there laughing about the stupid stuff happened this week. And oftentimes it's things that we don't get to here on FNT. Holy crap, the Destiny stuff. I'm not sure if you guys have been following some of those, dude.
It's crazy.
What now? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we go over all that on the Culture Crusade. It's fun. And then, yeah. Swords on Shadowversity. Same old stuff.
Here we go. Ryan.
Just normal stuff. Ryan Kennel RK Outpost, Geeks and Gamers Daily, Sports Wars. We'll be live on Sunday before the Super Bowl. Maybe do something for the Super Bowl. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. Gary was very much missed on the stream, even with all the stutters and strokes and retardation. But definitely best thoughts out. Death in the family always sucks. But shout out to Gary and the family.
Yeah, shout out to
Prayers,
Gary.
man, prayers.
100%.
Thank you to the fellowship, the chat, for holding it down, being here, supporting us. And I'm sure you'll hear from Gary very soon. MegaCon tomorrow, which will be noon. We've got all the information we've told you guys about. So our panel is at noon, and then the meetup tomorrow night at 7. We'll also be at the Ripperverse booth tomorrow after the panel, meeting all of you guys and gals, and it's going to be awesome. So thank you, guys. We got a couple more super chats just rolled in.
So John Underwood for $4.99 says nothing, as well as Laughing Man, who
Laughing
I met,
Man. That's right.
Today for $10 says, your bed is a mess, Jeremy. Awesome meeting you guys yesterday. Tomorrow night at the meetup will be epic. Hail FNT somehow has returned. Condolences to Gary, but I need to know Vegas details. Let's effing go. Vegas details not able to release yet. We're going to try to get that done as quick as we can. But things have been stalled a little bit, of course, for now.
Yep. And I see you, Grand Potato. No Cobra. I don't know if I'm doing a Cobra Cast tonight, but what I've said about Cobra Cast is more Cobra Casts coming starting next week. You're going to get more. There's going to be more. I know everybody's been yelling at me about that, so more are on the way. But thank you guys. Thank you to Az for being here. We appreciate everybody. Prayers to Gary and his family. You guys have a great night. We'll see you at MegaCon tomorrow. Take us away, Garrett. Have a good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
And the crowd cannot wait. Oh, hail Friday Night Lights. I apologize because I'm probably late. Oh, hail Friday Night Lights.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Dame, dame.